Hi kids, make sure to watch the Midnight Chat Attack and make sure to stick around for the after hours. It's to die for.
Turn that off, you fucking pervert.
Yeah, we all people. Hey, how's it going, y'all? Welcome to Midnight Chat Attack. What's going on?
I like how she was dancing really good to the song. Actually, that was pretty.
No,
nice.
She was actually pretty dancing to the music, man. She was going. No, never mind that, Nick. Don't even.
We saw that shit. It's been recorded. It's there forever now.
No. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't need to know that Asian women are my fetish. Y'all don't need to know this. It's good. It's fine. It's all good. I like all women. I don't have a favorite. I love all. It's cool. It's fine, man. It's fine.
I still think though you should kind of like give some respect to the black women. You know what I mean? Like you are, it's your people, man. But you gotta go to the Asian girls. It's fucking not right.
They fucking sexy, man. I can't help it. But people, again, welcome to the Midnight Chat Attack. I know we got some newcomers in the chat that want to get inside the Google call and interact with us and stuff. Hopefully, we got a great show lined up for you guys. And I know we got a lot of trailers to talk about. I know that new Power Rangers trailer we're going to be talking about. A lot of other shows that was coming out that had trailers. And I know the big one, the big thing that I've been promoting and talking about, at the very end of the Midnight Chat Attack tonight, we're going to do a Luke Cage spoiler talk.
Oh, man.
And I know Nick, I know you want to go off.
I want to go off badly, dude.
Yeah.
But hey, like people, if you guys really like that show, I really, really hope you guys come on in. And, I want no badness. I want no fighting between us. It's going to be a calm discussion. But it will be spoilers, so that's why we're saving it for the last part of the show, so no one gets that show ruined for you. So
and we actually might be Luke Cage just to help amplify our points, just so people can have just like a clean floor to do that. We're probably going to be spoiling like a little bit of Jessica Jones and Daredevil, so it's probably a good thing that you probably watch those shows. I know you haven't, Nick, but I'm sorry, but just so people can just have a clean slate just to say whatever they want.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So people, I don't want no bitching, people. God damn it.
No bitching. But before we get into it, I actually just wanted to show you guys something that was really fucking cool. And I actually wanted to show you, Nick, because I know you really don't eat meat too much, do you?
I don't know what the fuck is this damn thing that you're showing me, man. This is some weird shit.
No, that's the thing. It's like, okay, this is called the Impossible Burger. And pretty much the Impossible Burger, I know a lot of you probably seen this on Facebook and stuff like that, because that's where I seen it. But pretty much, I know, you got vegetarians. Daniel, a part of our community, is also a vegetarian. I know some other vegetarian people. People that just really don't like to eat meat. Because it's like a lot of bad things happen from it, man. I mean...
Oh, yeah. And not to mention the fats and whatnot, and then the bad shit that happens, like how to make the meat. And the thing is, though, Danielle... Yeah. This is to be expected as well, is that she is a vegetarian unless it's black meat. So, again, because it's sexual. But woo, that's a funny joke.
Oh, yeah, Darius. Yeah. Alli and Ganja have been swept away by Hurricane Matthew. But we ain't going to get to that. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
We love you guys. I miss Allie's makeup.
I miss it. No, but the Impossible Burger is pretty much, it's a burger that's pretty much just made from wheat, coconut oil, and potatoes. So it's completely vegetarian. But here's the kicker, Nick. It's you inject this special enzyme called HERM, and it's spelled EHEME. That's pretty much it. And that's pretty much the enzyme that they put what's in burgers already that gives it its meaty texture and make it taste like meat. So pretty much you can eat this burger. It tastes just like meat. You don't miss anything. And it's actually healthy for you because it's made from completely natural ingredients.
Wait,
so you think
this bitch is not even eating the shit.
No, what?
Look at this fucking commercial. Look at this shit. Watch. You're not even eating it.
She's probably eating it. She probably just don't want nobody to know.
That's why it's so delicious, because she's eating air. That fucking bitch.
All my vegetarian friends, oh my god, they're gonna judge me so hard. I have to hide this. So.
Come on, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, Nick, and some people, I don't know if you got vegetarians in the chat, but I know, like I said, it's a lot of more millennials is actually starting to not eat meat so much. But Nick, would you eat something like this?
Well, see, I don't like meat, man, but I want to say I'm a vegetarian because I like to enjoy myself as well. Like, if I liked meat, it's a weird thing. I don't want to get into it too much, but I don't want to eat this because I feel like everyone's just trying to get themselves in the sense of like, okay, we need to eat a burger, and like the best thing we can get is this veggie burger, like this weird Impossible Burger. Which, by the way, like this is not going to be something that people are going to be doing this often, like at Burger King or whatever. I mean, like, where can you buy this, by the way? Like, where can you actually get this shit?
That's the thing. It's like this thing is actually just being a test trial, and I know it's about to be select locations. And when I say select locations, you know those locations that can actually pay for it. So it's going to be test trialed at Los Angeles, New York, and San Francisco. So you know those big tourist attraction places. Yeah. And I guess if it does good there, they're going to start moving it into, you know, big restaurant chains like Burger King, McDonald's, and stuff like that. I'm excited for it because, like I said, I I eat meat, and I know it's bad because all the fucking shit that the animals go through. They get slaughtered. They get all those type of stuff.
And the living conditions too. It's just
the living conditions. Yeah, it's terrible, man. So that's why I said I would love to eat meat and not feel fucking guilty for it. So this is fucking cool.
But this is not going to taste that good, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Is
it
like,
could.
I feel,
it could.
I don't know, man. Because if that's the case, then there goes meat. Like, let's just get rid of the shit. Like, just fuck whatever they do currently, and let's just do veggie food, like, always. Because, I don't know, man. Like, just, no. I'm a negative person. This shit ain't going to be good, all right? It's just not going to be good.
Skulls agrees with you. Skulls agrees with you. He's like, it can't be good for you. It uses tons of artificial flavoring to make it taste like beef. That's the thing, but it could be okay. Then again, this enzyme that they're taking out, that's probably the thing that makes burgers bad. But at the same time, I'll be willing to give it a try because it is made from natural ingredients. Like I said, we really don't know unless we try the burger and see what it is. But I don't want no fucking I Am Legend shit to be happening. Like we solved cancer. We changed the burger formula and shit. And everybody's turning into fucking zombies or whatever.
Yeah, the T-virus shit. Like, oh, we stopped the aging gene or whatever the fuck. But yeah, like you'll never die though. And the thing is too about this food thing. I know we should get out the topic really quick and whatnot. But the thing is, it's like what got me kind of traumatized from like just making something healthy when it shouldn't be is like the diet soda shit because diet soda is actually worse for you than regular soda. And
you have a point. So this could actually be worse than fucking burgers.
Yeah, like
so
Skull said, man. Like I think I don't know much about this shit. Obviously, I was like, I was stuttering my ass off. Skull clearly knows what he's talking about, and people just I don't trust it.
I say people that live because I know we got a few toasties that live in these areas, not so San Francisco and not Los Angeles. No, we actually got a lot of toasties in Los Angeles and New York. So I would like to get them on here and see if they could taste this burger and see what they think.
Yeah, man. No, it'd be nice, honestly. I want to know because if that's the case, I'll get some of the people I know that eat burgers a lot and say, hey, motherfuckers, eat this shit, you fat piece of poop.
Eat this fucking shit. But yeah, we just had to get that out of the way. Just enlighten the toasties on a few things, but it's time to get people into the call. But before we do that, Nick, what is this fucking shit called? What is this shit called again?
It's called the ringside hangout or
no.
What?
No.
Oh no, this is called. Oh, I fucked up. I did something wrong here. Sorry about that, people. No, this is the web. This is the fucking the YouTubes, the Midnight Chat Attack people. And yes, by the way, we're getting lots of viewers and lots of new subscribers. 202 now. Thanks to you guys and your guys' support. I fucking appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Keep doing that shit because the more popular we get, the more successful we get, we can add more shit to this. And me and Anthony have ideas that are just fucking crazy. Like he's drinking pink lemonade. That's nuts.
It's fucking nuts, man. This is fucking fruity as shit.
Yeah, just like him. So it's crazy. But the thing is, though, if you guys keep helping us out and we can get more popular, maybe we can do new things, and maybe you guys can join us on these things. I know lots of you guys are very creative. Speaking of creative too, I know I'm segueing a lot here, but like on the bumpers, Byron, what's his last name?
Yeah, Byron Espinoza or some Mexican shit. But I'm not trying to be racist. But it's just something weird like that. But
some Mexican
Byron,
shit.
You see him in the chat, folks. Byron, he's the one that did the whole guitars on the bumpers. So just shoot him some love. Next time you see him, like, good job, man. I heard some of your music on the bumpers. So yeah, just support each other.
And the thing is, we'd love to show you guys. I mean, obviously, we don't get things too confusing and get you guys too part of the behind the scenes stuff. But the fact of the matter is like, you guys do a lot of creative shit, and we like to spread that and make this more of a community based thing. So if you guys have talents you want to show us, music and asks like that, that's amazing. Thank you, Adrian. You're awesome. Just let us know so we can put that in the bumpers and do shit like that. And, the more popular we get, the better. So, yeah, man, we got that right there. But speaking of people getting into the call and joining with us and whatnot, there's some other things that people need to do, too. For instance, how the fuck do you actually get into the call in the first place?
Because I know we got somebody that's in the thing right there. I think his name is Kovi. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Quavo.
He's wondering. Quavo, yeah. He's wondering how this works. But pretty much, Quavo, we just I send you a PM on the Double Toasted website. There's a PM system. I know. Shocking, right? But it's going to be blinking red and yellow, red and yellow. And if you have a webcam or mic, you can click that Google Hangouts link, jump inside the call, and just talk to us and shoot the shit with us. Get to know the community better. The Midnight Chat Attack is for the community. Get you to know all the toasties that's like all over the chat and stuff like that.
All over the world, man.
All over the world.
Whoa!
That's pretty much what this is for, man. Just to hang back, just chill and relax and kicking on b-ball and shit.
Oh yes, kicking on b-ball upside to school.
But that's pretty much what that is. But Nick, that's the thing. You got to tell them about
the rules, brother.
The rules, yeah, that's
the
what
rules.
that's
And people, newcomers, join the call first. People, well, I mean, obviously not first because who knows if they want to come in. But if there's a situation where we pick a newcomer before you, it's because we want some new blood. We talk to you guys all the time. You know what I'm saying? So let the newcomers come in. Give them a link, etc. Let them come in. It'll be cool. Don't talk over each other, please, because when you guys do that, it's hard for people to watch and to edit. It's a pain in the fucking ass, dude. Like, dude, Anthony, how many times did we have trouble editing videos and putting those highlights out there because people just won't shut the fuck up?
Bro, it's really hard. It's really disorienting too when I like edit and stuff like that. It's like somebody be like, "Oh no, I have to hit this point and I have to cut it right there because we ended the conversation and did something else." It's like, yeah, exactly, Birdman. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hey, Birdman, how you doing?
Pretty good.
God, he looks sexy right now. Fucking damn.
Ooh.
Oh, so anyways, people, the third rule: please no nudity unless you're Birdman because he's sexy, like I just said. But no nudity. That just come on, man. Don't be stupid. Chicago John, motherfucker, I'm looking at you. No ass, no nothing. I don't even want to see your leg.
Nothing but ass.
Yeah. Rule 4.
Unless it was a chick.
Even that. Save that shit for the after hours. After hours, by the way, people. Anthony, let's tell them about that really, really quick before we get started because we have some new people coming in. We do this show for about 2.5 hours, and then after the show, we do the after hours, where it's not recorded, it's not live. You guys just come in. There's no rules. You can act a fool. You can show your titties. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. And we do that till 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
Exactly. Sometimes we play Quiplash. Sometimes we just be talking about our favorite movies and shit. Just shooting the shit, kind of just like the MCA, but it's just not recorded and no rules. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's really, really fun. But we do that. Also, people, don't give anyone the link. The reason why we do that is because if we have someone leave and you give them a link and they come in, another person that wants to come in and talk about something can't come in because the room's full. We have a 10 people max on here. So make sure not to give anybody else a link unless honestly, just don't do it because me and Anthony are on it. So make sure not to do that. And, read the rules and don't be a dick, people, because, this is just a nice, positive feel here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Be nice, right? Ain't that right, Birdman Allen? Don't be. Isn't it good to be nice to people, man? Isn't it good?
Yeah, it's got me through my life pretty well. So.
Sure, why not? I do that.
Yeah, it really increases his amount of white privilege and things like that. Quite a bit. So was that bad? I'm sorry.
See, being nice is the only way I can deal with Nick.
Yeah.
Damn. I am sending out PMs, by the way. Like I said, look to the left side of your screen. You're going to see a box that's blinking red and yellow. You click that box. You're going to see a Google Hangouts link. You click that link, and you hop inside the call. So I'm looking for the newcomers. And
speaking of the community one night, I know we bring that up a lot at the beginning of the show. Trust me, people, we will stop that soon because I know you guys are like, man, you motherfuckers are being corny. But we have to give a shout-out to somebody tonight, man.
Oh, who is that?
Wayne Smile?
I have no idea how you pronounce that shit either. Small. Wayne Small, which he also does a podcast with Chicago Jonathan, if y'all know him in the community. But y'all would know Wayne because if y'all hanged around Spiel, he was actually the guy that did those Spiel video game things back in the day, those little animations and stuff like that, which I loved. Wait, Alan, you remember that?
Yeah. I used to watch them, though, actually.
And for context, for people that are not part of the community, we are basically, we're stationed on doubletoasted.com. They used to have this old website, spill.com. They used to do anime reviews and stuff like that. So the fan service, or just the stuff that the fans do, these creative toasties that we call them, they did a lot of stuff for Double Toasted and Spill. And back in the day, they did this video game for the computer. And I actually love that, man. I love people who make their own video games on the computer. I know, people like Cinemassacre and Angry Video Game Nerd. They've had people do that. It's super cool. So yeah, how old is this video game, Anthony? Do you remember?
Damn, that video. Like I'm saying, I want to say he did that around when Spiel was first up and coming. That's because I had told, like I said, he has a podcast with Chicago Jonathan, and he was talking about the whole his creative process behind it and stuff like that. And he said, yeah, he did that around the time that they were still updating the site on Spiel. So yeah, just wanted to give him a happy birthday, man. I know he's a big part of the Spiel community. And I know he doesn't really come around for the double toasted community, but he's still a pretty big star in the community. And I just want to say happy birthday, man.
Yeah, no, happy birthday, man. And like I said, man, Anthony is a stalker. He knows too much shit about you motherfuckers sometimes.
Facebook. Hey, Facebook, man. Blame Facebook.
Hey, people, stay the fuck off of it. We don't want to check your shit out.
Again, I'm sending out PMs. I know I sent one to Rashad and Marcus. I see you. I sent you one too, though. But while we actually getting people into the call, I know this is something to turn away from Nick, but I just have to ask. Alan, you said you tried out PlayStation VR, right?
Yeah, I was walking through my mall after school, and they had the PSVR setup there. So yeah, I tried it out.
Oh shit! And there's a review actually. Oh, you
got it. Okay, I didn't know if you had it.
No, actually, I don't have it. If you can give it to me, that'd be cool. Put that in the chat for me really quick. But
okay, I got it.
But yeah, no, like for one, good job, man. Like I watched that last night, so like I said, good job, and I'm a little bit sold on it still. Like it's just I don't like VR in general, man.
Yeah, same.
I mean, like for you, just to tell the fans and the listeners like what you thought of it. Like, why don't you give us a little mini review right now?
Okay, so they sat us down and they didn't use the PS Pro or anything. It was like a standard PS4. So I always thought it was a USB connection directly to the system, but apparently what it is this tiny little box that they hook up the PSVR to, and then they hook that up into the actual PS4. So there's another peripheral on top of it.
Oh, Jesus.
When I put it on, like it really does immerse you. Like as soon as you put it on, it's like you just stepped into another world. So you're looking around with your head, and it's actually tracking your movement. So I looked down, saw my legs, like where I would see my arms, I would see my arms. The textures and the graphics weren't like 1080p. They were very PS3 graphics. Like everything was very cylindrical and it was very low texture models. Mm-hmm. But it did really make you feel like you're actually there. The thing is when I started actually playing the game, and I was playing Eve Valkyrie. It was this kind of space sim shooter. I almost completely forgot it was in VR because I was just playing the game like I regularly would. Like VR didn't really add to the experience. It just made it look slightly cooler.
I mean, the fact that you can turn your head around doing this, I mean, like a full speed and being immersed in the world, I mean, obviously it'll make the game better. I mean, would you, agree to that?
Not really, because it was unnecessary. Because when you're playing and flying around, you're focused right in front of you. You're not really ever looking around. Only when you're docked. Like, if you're right about before you start, you get a chance to look around. That really does make you feel immersed. But when you're playing, you're not really bobbing your head back and forth. You're just kind of looking straight and having the controller do all the movement for you.
Yeah, and this looks a little repetitive. I mean, I know like this is just like the pre-alpha and it's 3 minutes long, so it's not gonna show a lot. But like, you're really just like, hey, look at this, look at that. This is cool in VR.
It seems like we got some other two. Here comes a new challenger. Two, actually. We got Rashad and Marcus Jones here. Rashad, I'm gonna ask you first. Are you interested in PlayStation VR at all, or no?
I'm interested in the aspect, but as far as me just like ready to go out and buy one, I'm definitely not there yet.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I'm interested in like what properties it can like bring to the gaming industry. That's pretty the best way to put it for me.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Marcus, same question.
I go with the PlayStation VR the same way as I look at when it comes to iPhones, and especially back in the day when the PS2 just came out. It's a first generation console thing, meaning that they're gonna just work on the bugs first and then come out with a brand new one later on down the road. So obviously, being that this is VR, they're gonna go ahead and you're obviously gonna see some bugs right off the bat. Oh, yeah. So you'll probably wait and see. I'll have a better judgment like 3 months down the road when they get all the bugs fixed. Yeah. But for now, it's interesting to see it. The only reason why I would probably buy it if I'm a huge gearhead, it would want to play Gran Turismo, LOL, because that's not gonna fucking happen. And that's kind of about it. First person shooters, sure, but then again, like if you've played Call of Duty and how fast paced that game is, I wouldn't try and VR that with my life. House of Dead, maybe. Battlefield, yeah, probably so too.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine Battlefield working out pretty well. Any kind of shooting game, and that's the thing too. Like with Vive games, because I know and I just talk about. There he is, right there, playing with the Vive, dancing his asses off and everything. But the thing with the Vive though is just, I feel like every game looks like. I mean, it's cool that you're in that space, in that 3D space, and you can do this and do that or whatever. But they look like shit, man. Like it doesn't look like I mean, like a PS3 game, PS2 games look better than HTC Vive games, in my opinion. I mean, granted,
Yeah,
you know, it's not 3D, but.
No, I'm looking at the chat right now. Hold that minute, Birdman. But Trey Cooper said he's more into fighting games, so he don't think VR is pretty much for him. So yeah, and then the new guy, what is his name? How you pronounce that shit, Nick?
Quavo.
Quavo said he gets a little
Quaalude.
Quaalude. He gets a little bit of motion sickness too. So yeah, I hear that's from a lot of people because it's just one game called Thumper, which is a rhythm game. It's got like a whole bunch of bright colors and shit. And we was talking about it like in the after hours one of these days, and some people was just saying, "Yeah, man, that game looks fun," but I could see myself like literally throwing up just because there's so much shit going on. Like people with epilepsy, I would never recommend them to play anything VR related. So that shit is just too much. Peter Parker said he would be willing to try it out. And Skulls, one quick comment from the chat. He said VR is a hard sell for people because of the price. Once it goes down, then people probably buy it. And better games too, better software. So what was you gonna say, Alan?
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna add on to that and to what Nick said. I think this would be awful for Battlefield, or Call of Duty, any fast-paced shooter, because VR, like you basically your head becomes the camera. When you're playing a Twitch shooter, you're gonna kill yourself trying to actually keep up with these people.
Oh, I'll be
switching your head back and forth, you're gonna break your own fucking neck trying to play this game.
Yeah,
but something like Resident Evil or some slow FPS would work a lot better.
Yeah. By the way, don't do that too much, Anthony. You're gonna throw your fucking headset off. Like
I almost did. I had to stop.
Fly. It's gonna spin like that one time. But yeah, it's a hard sell. Like I said, the price is need better software and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think it's something there. But the thing is, the VR I want, it's not gonna get there because I want like Sword Art Online type of VR. Like you fucking like jack in like Matrix or something. You fucking go in there. Like you literally, man, if I want virtual reality, I want a fucking virtual reality, Alan. Give it to me.
No shit though. Yeah, I want this half-assed because this has been done before. It has always been half-assed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's cool. But continue rolling. So we got some people in here. I might get Gary in here, but Gary, you gotta calm your shit down, dude. Calm your shit down, please. For me. But pretty much like
Michael Myers.
Not like please don't do that shit. But pretty much I just wanted to go for the whole Hurricane Matthews thing. Like I said, Allie, they didn't get swept away, but Ganja may have. But Ganja, because I know Ganja's not here because he's actually down in Florida right now taking care of some problems. And he's like, hopefully, I think he said it kind of dissipated. Like it's not quite over him no more. Mm-hmm. But
I think it got downgraded to a Category 1.
Okay, because it was like a Category 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. It was like it was moving. So yeah, that shit was crazy. So thank God, Ganja's cool.
If that's not scary enough, though, dude, it's the news, like, headlines making that shit really fucking scary. Because there's this video, and I'm going to play this for you guys right now. This motherfucker, man, I'll put this loud. Hopefully you guys can hear it, okay? What the fuck is that? What the fuck happened?
You went on Facebook, man.
The cage.
Yeah, and I have it right here, but it just switched to Facebook. What the fuck?
That looks like a giant comma.
Wow. It does look like a comma. Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, no, people, this is fucking this guy talking, and I'll go ahead and shut up for a second.
All the way up to Jacksonville. This moves 20 miles to the west, and you and everyone you know are dead. All of you. Because you can't survive it. It's not possible unless you're very, very lucky. And your kids die too.
Oh my god!
And your kids die too.
Fox News, you would never.
That's not real. That was fake, right?
No, he's actually a real news anchor.
Are
Fox
you
News.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? We can shit on him, but at least he's being truthful. At least he's just coming to you straight up, man. Like, hey, at least I know what I'm in for. Wow.
Yeah, that was insane the way he said that shit. Just like, like I don't know, like this is so fucking serious. It was a Category 5 or 4 around that time. He's saying that he's like, you guys are gonna die. Oh, and your kids too. Like at the end, I was like, "Are you trying to get fired? Like, what the fuck are you doing?"
That's why you end up by throwing the papers, throw your hands in the air, and just run out the studio.
No, and dude, he didn't even say panicky. Like I can understand panicking, but he's just like, "Nah, you guys are gonna die." Like,
yeah, you're gonna die. He telling you straight up, and it's already bad that the picture of the goddamn storm already looks like a fucking evil clown all over the internet and shit. Like, that's already scary enough. Then you got this guy coming up behind that shit saying, "Yeah, you're gonna fucking die." Like, there's just no way to cut it.
This is crazy.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking insane. I cannot believe this motherfucker said that shit. But
It's crazy though. But yeah, Hurricane Matthew. Even though we laughing about it, it's not a laughing matter because it already ripped the shreds through the Bahamas. Already like 11 dead, so that's pretty fucked up. It's already bad when these hurricanes, because I know Hurricane Katrina.
These fucking players.
Oh no!
God, sorry, guys. Stop it.
No, that's pretty much it. You really don't even need to play the video. It's just the headlines, just like I said, 11 dead in the Bahamas. So it like kind of just ripped through Bahamas. So that's what I'm saying. You know what? People in the chat, I want to get something going. I want to get a hashtag going for Ganja, just in case if it might come back or something like that. If you just
for Harambe.
Yeah, it's up for Harambe.
He might enjoy that actually.
No, it's actually blow a smoke signal.
Blow a smoke signal. Hashtag blow a smoke signal for Ganja. Put that in the chat. Let them know that you care. Let them know that you care and you're thinking about him. Hashtag blow a smoke.
Hashtag smoke out for Ganja.
It's not like he's dead or anything. Jesus.
Joints out for Ganja.
You don't know that, Marcus.
Is that because he smokes weed or because he's Indian?
Both.
Oh,
First off, as a native Floridian that survived 2 hurricanes, this really isn't shit to me, okay? First off. And since he's from Florida too, I'm pretty sure he survived that, all right?
What did he say, Nick? He said he already survived like 8 of them?
Yeah.
Like 8 hurricanes? So it's just like, you motherfucker.
I know, he told us too. You know what's funny about fucking Floridians? I said that shit wrong, I don't care. But Hovig is actually from Florida as well. He's always in the chat, so shout out to my boy Hovig. He actually does a wrestling show with us. But Hovig, he was mad. He actually put a Facebook post out saying, like, man, this fucking hurricane was some bullshit. Like, did you guys want to die? Like, are you guys upset that it wasn't, like, destroying houses and shit?
Well, after that fucking news report of that saying you gonna die and know your kids were gonna die, I think they feel like they've been cheated. they want their refund.
They want their refund.
He was like, I was guaranteed a death. This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Talk to your manager.
Paragliding outfit.
Already been playing my funeral arrangements. Everything was set up. I was about to get mad insurance money. Fuck.
I mean, after Hurricane Katrina, you basically just look up at every hurricane like, well, what you got? Can you follow that?
Yeah.
I know.
Pretty much.
Oh,
hey,
when someone sells a stadium, like the next band comes, it's all shitty. But hey, Agent, how you doing, sweetheart?
Doing better today, man. Last night that was an experience last night.
That fucking movie. What was it called?
Man,
Birth of a
The
Nation?
Birth of a Nation, yeah.
Oh, you've seen it, Adrian, huh?
Feel good movie of the year.
Oh, of course. You know.
Just a quick review for the people. How was it?
Well, comparing it to 12 Years a Slave, like 12 Years a Slave was a much better made movie, but this one was still like, I think everyone should see it. It's like the acting was good and the cinematography, but like there was a lot of issues with like the editing, the pacing, the whole like uprising, you know, which is like the most important part of it. They barely spend any time on it. It's like maybe 15-20 minutes, the whole movie.
Damn.
But still it's I'd probably give it a low full price.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Whereas like 12 Years a Slave, and I feel weird using this phrase, was like a better than sex.
Oh,
okay.
Damn.
Yeah. I feel weird using that phrase with that kind of movie, but yeah.
Yeah. But
damn. Sorry, Nick. You still think it could be like an Oscar contender, or probably not?
I think it might maybe get nominated for a few things, but I don't know. Depending on the rest of the season goes along, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Kudos to Nate Parker though for just starring, acting, directing.
Oh yeah,
I think he written it too.
Yeah. Considering it's his first movie, yeah, I think he did a decent job. Yeah.
I like the comment that Peter Parker. I sent you a PM, by the way, so get in the car. He said, "Did the movie make you want to kill white people, Adrian?"
I was walking out of that theater. I'm like, didn't want to make eye contact with him.
Damn.
I'm like, I almost was gonna be like, I'm so sorry. Like,
yeah, and Chris is like, man, that's some bullshit. Like, we feel left out in the sense of like, you only fucked 12 years. Wait, what? Oh, are you fucking serious? Only 15-20 minutes of the uprising. And yeah, Dejan, sorry for calling you Chris, by the way, because Chris is an asshole.
It's almost like, I don't know if they ran out of money. I know it's a low budget, but the way it was shot, and it was just, I don't know. But still, it's low full price, like I said. But
okay, low full price. Okay, that's good.
I will say 15 to 20 minutes, I think it's good for the uprising part, because if you spend an hour and a half of like constant, like these fucking white people, it's like at the very, very end.
No. Like, I'm not saying it had to be, but just a little bit more,
Yeah, true. You know what, Adrian? I'm sorry. You talking about slavery and all this bullshit. Let me pick you up. Let me pick you up with some nerdy, stupid ass shit.
I need some laughs
fucking
right now.
Go Power Rangers!
Fuck yeah!
It's like,
shit, fuck that.
No, she say hell yeah. No,
yeah.
Hey, so who's seen the new trailer? Who's seen the new trailer?
I saw it.
Yeah, I'm
what
like,
do you guys think?
It was better than I thought it was gonna be, but I don't know. I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't watching it actually, and I can't show too much. But wow, goddamn.
What does every single super movie have to have where we're gonna break a bunch of shit in the bathroom scene?
I know.
No shit.
yeah, for real. You was not lying. That is becoming like a trend.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Gary.
Anyway.
Gary being Gary.
God damn it, Gary.
Gary
Dude.
being-
That's all right. I didn't need to
What
sleep
the fuck is he
tonight.
doing?
You
Damn
better
it.
fuck that pumpkin,
Oh my
Gary.
god. What the fuck is going on right
I
now?
don't know.
Fuck that
Don't know.
pumpkin. Fuck that pumpkin. Fuck that pumpkin.
Oh my god. What?
Dude, this motherfucker is awesome.
What the fuck?
I know this is a stop to the show, but I don't really care.
It looks like
I know,
Gold
right?
Dust is going through some hard times, huh?
Anyway,
What
Wow,
Wow.
Dick. Back to Power Rangers.
the hell? Okay, I didn't need to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
goddamn.
man.
Yeah. Anyways.
God damn it! For the last time, I don't have
wait,
any
is
change.
this
Fuck
Power
off.
Rangers or a Chronicle sequel?
I think it's like a whole reboot of the series. I think it's like has nothing to do. That's the thing. I think this has nothing to do with the previous series. But in the trailer, Rita has said, "I've killed Rangers before." So I don't know, is that talking about like just in this universe she killed Rangers before, or it probably could connect, but I doubt it.
I think like what they're going off of, like
Yeah.
even like in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like we knew that Rangers existed back with Zordon, but we never knew who they were, and I think they're kind of like going on like that kind of tangent with it.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Cause I was like, what is she referring to? But I can't wait to actually see the whole trailer because they didn't even power up in this thing. You just got them acting like kids, acting like regular teenagers. Pretty much just they have superpowers, I guess, now, and super abilities. And that's pretty much all you really saw. You didn't see them suit up. So I just can't wait till they show all the like dumbass shit, like the Zords, them powering up, them fighting the villains and shit. So I'm really curious. I'm powered up, and I like how at the beginning and the end of the trailer, it's like a cover of the Power Rangers thing. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I just checked it out. So
yeah, I'm hyped. What about you, Marcus Jones?
No, I'm just kind of laughing that Gary Eakin realized his bit wasn't working, so he just continued talking about Power Rangers.
No, man. Gary just knows us. Like, yeah, you're creeping us out. But it was a good bit. Honestly, Gary, you're fucking scary, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good job.
I honestly don't have an opinion of it. As a person that just stopped watching Power Rangers after Alien Rangers or something.
that's when I stopped as well, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm whatever for it. I'm just kind of open-minded to this. The costumes look interesting. I was not seeing the trailer. I'm just seeing bits of it right now. It looks a little bit interesting too. From what I heard on Twitter, they said like it's teenagers, Chronicle teenagers or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing.
I'm not surprised about that because this is the same director from Project Almanac, and his movie kind of felt like Chronicle a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, is that a bad thing? Because I thought people really liked Chronicle, and personally, I fucking like Chronicle a lot.
Oh, Chronicle's amazing, but
I know
if
Chronicle's
you're getting somebody
fine, yeah.
besides Max Landis to do it, it's not going to
Yeah.
end up being that well.
Yeah.
Wait, who's directing this movie, by the way?
The guy,
Project Almanac.
Yeah, the guy that did Project Almanac.
Okay.
Yeah, looking
fair.
at this now, I don't know. I was excited before I saw the trailer. As soon as I saw the trailer, I'm like, this is like the sequel to Chronicle. It looks interesting, but it looks like it's just going to be I don't know why I feel like I've seen this movie before. I don't know what this reminds me of.
Yeah, it seems like it's like you said, it's hitting those beats. Like somebody's in the fucking bathroom hitting up a sink. I mean, we done seen that so many times with superhero movies. Like right off the bat, X-Men, Wolverine Origins. He had cut the fucking what's the name in half. So yeah, they hitting all the beats, but I wonder how they're gonna hit these beats, because that's the thing about Power Rangers. Power Rangers took all those stereotypes and knew it was, and tried to do something different with them and make fun of them, poke fun of them. So I'm just trying to see what this movie is gonna do with those same action-like tropes, the same Power Rangers ridiculousness, and see what it can do, and make a movie out of it. See what they can do.
Well, the one thing that's scary to me about this whole thing is, like, this dude only did Project Almanac, and then he did a couple of shorts, like Alcohol Land and Department of Nothing. But, like, Power Rangers is the only thing this dude has really done except for fucking Project Almanac. So it's like, this dude has no experience. Like, why would you be given Power Rangers? Like, like, you have no...
They just needed a name to fill the seat, honestly. That's what I guess is.
Let me ask you guys this. Has anybody actually watched the old school Super Sentai shows before Power Rangers, or watched any Super Sentai show at all?
Yes, I have. Because like I said, y'all probably know his name, and don't try to grow when I say his name. But JP, Jeffrey Parker, he's pretty much been giving me all this stuff and keeping me up to date with all this stuff. He even made me go back and watch Kamen Rider, which is like some real Japanese nerdy ass shit.
Okay, so I want to ask this question to Anthony. Being that this is essentially the American version of this Super Sentai stuff, and this is a debut of it in the movie theaters altogether, do you think that this really feels after watching this trailer, do you think it's actually you think this is a good step for them to go to a Super Sentai feel, or should they just kind of go with the Japanese style of it?
Yeah, that's the thing I asked, because I asked Jenny the same question last week, like which direction they should take. And I think they should take a bit from both, like a little bit from Japan and a little bit from American. But that's the thing about Americans, because I think this is all Americans doing this Power Rangers reboot, right? I don't think it's like no Japanese people on the team, like nobody from the original team or anything like that.
I think my main question is like, do you want something as campy as the Super Sentai stuff, or do you want something as serious as what's looking like right now?
Damn it! It's. I want to say the funny thing about it is because Alan said if they play it as serious as they possibly can, that's just gonna make it 10 times funnier.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because I don't know if y'all remember this, but the Power Ranger friends out there, y'all can remember RPM. I believe that's what it was. That was my favorite show because it made a lot of references and campiness. It was campy as fuck, but it made self-referential humor to those jokes. So I would love to see if this movie could do it like in a clever way. Like kind of like what the Marvel movies do. Like they know they're campy, but they know it. And they play up the seriousness. They play both parts. So I don't know. I say like a mix, I guess. Probably like a good mix.
The thing that's scary for me too is the director from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like the movie from 1995, was Brian Spicer, and this fucking dude had the exact same amount of movies in his like experience bout as a new director too. Like he only did like an episode of Johnny Bravo, so like the thing that's
so, like, we wonder why that movie came out the way it did.
Yeah, and it's like literally exactly the same fucking situation with this movie. Is like they only experience one thing and like a couple of like shorts. Like, did you guys not learn from the 1995 movie? Did you guys not learn a fucking thing?
Nick, on that point, the guy that directed the Godzilla 2014 movie and the guy that's directing Rogue One only made 1 or 2 movies prior.
Oh.
So it's not like you could see from both sides that just because they're a first-time director doesn't mean they don't know what they're doing. But it's basically even of the times where you see that a nobody director does a shitty fucking movie, first Amazing Spider-Man, but then you see other times where it does work out. So this is a 50-50 chance if it's going to be good or not.
Okay. I don't want to stick on this too long, but we talk about superheroes. Like I said, it was a shit ton of trailers today. But did anybody see the Iron Fist trailer that came out for the Netflix series? Because that just released. Yeah, Iron Fist.
I didn't realize.
How did I miss this?
Yeah, Iron Fist came out in fucking nowhere. But that's the thing, because New York Comic Con is coming on right now. Like it's actually going on right now. I think their last day is Sunday. And they've been releasing all these trailers and stuff like that, and this is one of them. And this actually looks pretty cool. It's actually got me excited, and I will get to it later. But I was the same way excited for this with Luke Cage. And that you can already gauge what I'm going with that.
Luke Cage.
This actually looks cool, man.
If you choose to continue as you are, know that you risk everything.
It's time.
And you actually see in the trailer too, you can actually see like I love that too. That doom.
Yeah.
But actually in the trailer, I didn't even know they was gonna do this, but his hands actually glow when he actually like punches stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And they made it look cool. It doesn't even look fucking stupid.
I love the way Anthony does it. Like I was like, okay. Like
I was like, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like, to switch the camera to Allen. He's geeking out right now.
I'm watching this right now. Oh my god,
we're
I'm
seeing a
freaking out right
toasty
now.
geek out right now. We're seeing a toasty geek out live right now. That's fucking cool. I wonder what his hands were.
You are a living weapon. Drive all other thoughts out of your mind except this.
Okay, yeah, oh man, that was fucking great.
This
Holy
is
shit.
fucking awesome, dude.
See, what I liked about this versus the Luke Cage trailer is the Luke Cage only ever showed one long fight scene. That was what the teaser was. You saw here there are multiple different scenes with multiple different fight scenes, which means we might actually get more than one fight scene over the course of the series.
Yeah, this looks fucking great, dude. Like I mean, okay, the glowing fist thing. Okay, I'm sorry.
That was
Anthony.
cool.
That was cool to me.
I don't know about that shit, but I mean, everything else in this trailer looks fucking cool. Man, like you can tell there's a lot of shit going on. I hopefully this is not some kind of like, okay, like spoiler for the Luke Cage thing, people, but like I get mad because every excuse is blaxploitation, or it's like it's this kind of thing, or it's a nerd kind of thing, or it's whatever. This is action. This is showing me a bunch of shit's happening, and you don't have to be a big fan of Iron Fist because I don't know what the fuck Iron Fist is, honestly.
Neither do I.
Yeah, and I'm sold. Like this looks.
I want to
cool
say
as
play
fuck.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's all you need to know.
All I know is the weird outfit. Like that's the only thing I've ever seen of Iron Fist.
Rashad, what was you about to say, buddy?
I will say this for anybody that disliked the mystical aspect that Daredevil had, you might as well sit this out because that's all that Iron Fist is mystical. That's what his world is. It's kung fu and it's battling like people that like come from the same type of plane that he does.
And to go off of that, Rashad, this just goes to show you how Marvel, man. That's what I'm saying. DC, get your game up because Marvel be planning this shit. Notice how in the movies and in the Netflix TV shows, they're introducing their mystical side of the Marvel universe at the same time. I mean, you got Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, which is coming out next month, and it's like mystical and stuff like that. And there's pretty much Inception with Marvel, and then you got Iron Fist right after that. So I'm just like, look how Marvel does things, man. And I don't even know if they did that on purpose. This could have been just a coincidence, but I don't. With Marvel, I don't think that's the case. But yeah, this looks fucking cool. This looks really cool. Like you said, a lot of action is going on. And I don't know that much about the character, so hopefully this ties me in on it. And I might do some research myself and see what I can see, just like I did with Luke Cage and stuff like that. But
the thing I'm really excited for too, and the creator of the show is actually Scott Buck, and he's a dude who did Dexter, and I fucking love Dexter, dude. Dexter is one of my favorite fucking shows, and I know there's not gonna be nothing like Dexter. You know what I mean? Like, it just no way in hell. Alan, did you like Dexter by the way? Because you're laughing at my.
No, just I know what Dexter's about. So I'm just wondering, he's just going to go around and start killing other superheroes or some shit.
Yeah, probably. So, like I said, man, I don't know, but, I mean, Scott Buck knows what the fuck he's doing as far as the stuff he gets into. Because Dexter was a book, right, before the show?
I want to say yes. Like, Adrian,
yes.
was it? It was.
Yeah, it
was.
was.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, this dude is used to, making something out of something else. And, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool. And I think he did a great job with Dexter and made it his own thing after a while. And, that's cool. At the same, though, that motherfucker also did Tremors 4. So...
Hey, Tremors... Oh, wait. Tremors 4.
Tremors 4. Yeah.
I don't know what you're on, man.
Yeah, Tremors 4 wasn't the good one. But keeping it rolling with the trailers and stuff. I know we got... Oh, before we actually move on, Bulldog, Ginny, welcome.
Did you forget my name?
Hey,
Yeah,
you forget?
I shit blank for a minute because I didn't know whether to call you Chaos or Ginny. But your opinions on Iron Fist because you said it looked great in the chat.
I did. I just saw it now. I didn't know it actually dropped today. I mean, I guess it's New York Comic Con, so I guess stuff's dropping today. Yeah, that looks really good. I still need to finish Luke Cage though, but from what everyone's been saying from Luke Cage, I mean, this looks really good. Plus, I do like the fact that Marvel is now experimenting with their mystical side.
Yeah, exactly,
of their universe, so that makes me super hyped.
We're talking about Marvel experimenting a lot, but man, Netflix is too. And I'm surprised that this next trailer, this is gonna be Black Mirror, they're gonna be showing right now. I'm
before
surprised.
that, could I mention something?
Oh, what's up, man?
Go for it.
Okay. Does anybody remember who Gareth Evans was?
No, actually.
Yeah,
Isn't
He
he the
rings
guy
a
that
bell.
directed the Godzilla one?
No,
that's
he's the director from Raid.
Oh yeah. Gareth Edwards, Gareth Evans. Yeah, I confuse them all the time.
Okay, so I want to pretty much put it like this. Fuck all the mystical shit. Fuck all that bullshit. It's Iron Fist. Legends of Kung Fu. This show better have some amazing fight scenes that was going to be up par to the Raid. If not, then fuck this series. I'm sorry. I'm just going to put it out there.
you know it's gonna be a long hallway scene. He's fighting everybody. He's gonna be taking out a dudes on like an entire building or some shit like that.
Yeah, and they showed it actually in the trailer. There's a piece of there where you see them fighting in the hallway. But Arcus, when you saw, because I know you just saw the trailer, right? Like on your own screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fight scenes they showed there, I know there's a lot of quick edits and like it's just like flashing, action. But like, what did you think about that stuff? Do you think that that's hiding some of the flaws in it, or were you kind of like, oh shit, that looks badass? Like, what do you feel?
Well, no, because I guess this is going to be what, a 13 episode series like they had before in all the other Marvel series.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like what a kung fu series is this. You have to pretty much just step it up. You have to, the bar has pretty much been set, and this is why I say with the Raid, because the Raid is an absolutely amazing place with fight scenes on there. With this one, I am interested in seeing how the fight scenes might turn out overall. I'm kind of just wondering how creative they might get to it, because
Exactly.
I compare it to the Raid. Like in the Raid, where I'm seeing some clips on the chat. We had the hallway fight scene, the one-on-one fight scene, the guy where the two-on-one fight scene. And that's just the first one. But let's not forget about the second one, the one where they were fighting in the mud. I watched that almost on a weekly basis because of how well shot and well directed that whole thing was. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to this series, but it really needs to impress the fuck out of me with its actions, with its fight scenes. Like it should, to me, I'm personally thinking it should top that of what Daredevil's fight scenes are.
Exactly, and I think I don't know. Like I'm judging by the trailer, and I know I judged like Luke Cage by the trailer, and a lot of other shows that I didn't end up liking towards the end. But so far, man, I mean, dude, Alan's face told me all. Like, just Alan was just like, oh my god. So
I'm with Marcus. Like, the Raid 1 to me is one of the best action movies I've ever seen in my life. But I don't think you can't fucking beat those fight scenes, man. That is impossible. They did it once, no one's ever gonna come close. Daredevil season 2 came close with their hallway fight. I'm just expecting the same quality of that Daredevil had. Just get me as close as you can to some of the second best fight scene, and that's good enough for me.
But one thing I wanted to bring to too, see Anthony. So we're talking about Marvel, experiments and a lot, but Netflix has been just doing some awesome shit. Like me and Allie, I wish Allie was here right now because man, we've been watching so much shit, and she's such a huge fan of like Netflix shows and whatnot. And this would be a flex and chill, people, but it's just honestly, it's like a New York Comic-Con thing because they're just kicking ass.
They're just dropping the trailers, and that might not even be done. But yeah, the next one that's coming up, a show that I actually just got into while I was watching Luke Cage, Black Mirror. And Black Mirror, I think this is season 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, season 3 that's about to be released on Netflix coming up October 21st, and I fucking can't wait. I know when we was doing like the last Netflix and chills, and we was recommending shows, I know Ruthless and even Corey at one point has said, Black Mirrors, please check that show out. Because UK television has really been kicking ass with their television lately. So like with Doctor Who and Sherlock and Luther. I believe. Yeah, Luther. So Black Mirror is just another part of that high quality content that you get from UK television.
Let me ask one question. You obviously really like it, Anthony. What is Black Mirror? I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I don't know what it is.
The digital version of the Twilight Zone. That's all you need to know.
Pretty much, Black Mirror is pretty much Twilight Zone, or even more Outer Limits of this time. And it takes technology, the central theme of technology, and runs with that shit and does all these interesting, cool ideas. And you think they're going to put technology on a pedestal, but they show you the reverse side, or as the show implies, Black Mirror, the dark side of it.
Yeah.
And Rashad, I fucking recommend Black Mirror. Like, dude, watch that shit, please. Like, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, man. So,
and it's an anthology series too. I forgot to mention that. It's an anthology. So none of the episodes are connected anyway. They're only connected, like I said, in that central theme of technology.
One thing I want to ask you too, Anthony. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if you want to start on something that's very eerie, looking at it now, especially at where the Times is now, is that Waldo episode.
Oh yeah, the Waldo effect. Yeah,
the Waldo.
That
effect,
one kind of hit. I saw a YouTube clip of it and it's like, wow, this is really, really on point of what's going on right now.
Oh,
and, like 3 years prior or something. Like I think it came out 2014 or something, and then like a year later, Trump starts running, and it's the funniest thing.
Yeah, no, like one of my. I don't want to say it because I don't want to give him. I'm just gonna say White Bear fan. Fuck yes! Oh my god, that episode was so good.
White Christmas.
White Christmas too. But what was you about to say, Nick?
No, I was gonna say because just for digestible purposes, because like for me, I don't like to start into new shows and whatnot. And I'm wondering if other people are the same. Yeah. But like anthology-wise, is it like episode to episode is different, or you mean like one season is about this and the next season is about that?
No, all episodes are completely disconnected. They don't have nothing to do with the other episodes. So you can pretty much just watch one or two episodes and just come back and watch the other episode, or don't even watch the other episodes. You can just watch. They all stand individually. They all like just little bite-sized stories that deal with, like I said, the central theme of technology. So you can watch them even out of order if you wanted to. Exactly. That's how good they are. They stand alone. It's fun. I stand alone.
And every episode has like a very interesting thing that you want to talk about, to talk to somebody about it, because it's one of those things after it ends, it's like you kind of have to discuss this to see if like, was this right? Was this fucked up? Was this something that kind of does reflect of what we're heading to now? Like it's honest to God, absolutely great series that you can't really miss if you're into like thrillers or just sci-fi in general.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, people, I want to just bring this up as well. And I'm not trying to like do a thing where I gotta like advertise, but people, what we do now, we've done this a lot lately, is doing a watch together. What's that program you guys use, Anthony, to watch?
Oh, Rabbit. TV, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, Rabbit.tv. It's kind of like the Google Hangouts call, but you pretty much just watch one thing together. That's what we did for the anime talk that we did this week. We did it for Westworld. We do it for wrestling sometimes. And we also did it for Black Mirror. It was me, Alan, in the 90s. And if y'all ever just want to watch something, want to just let us know and shit like that, we just go to Rabbit. It's kind of like Google Hangouts in the sense that 10 is the limit. And you could just watch stuff. So it's cool. It's cool.
You guys are doing No Mercy tomorrow, right?
Yes. I'm fucking yes. No Mercy, man. That triple threat match, I'm not even going to get into. But the last thing on the trailer table, Nick.
We saved the best. We saved the best one for last. And I don't even know if people know about this yet, man. People, you guys are about to flip the fuck out.
My God. Dude.
Also on Netflix, y'all. Oh my God. This shit is hype.
Man, fucking
it is fucking Gilmore Girls, bruh.
Gilmore Girls is back. Holy shit, dog.
Oh my God.
What?
They should have hit the ground much harder with these fucking umbrellas.
Are you guys a bunch of 30-year-old ladies?
Yeah, like we just go from Iron Fist and Black Mirror to Gilmore Girls? What?
Gilmore Girls don't know it.
I'm watching so much of that on Netflix.
I'm looking around and I go to
Alan, all we need now is fucking Seventh Heaven back in Reba.
Oh God,
let's go!
Oh, God.
No, that is
man. The Seventh Heaven with the molestation cases and shit.
Yo, not the molestation preacher. You're not getting that back.
Yeah, exactly.
I never want to hear Reva again.
Me and Nick are joking, but seriously, who the fuck was asking for Gilmore Girls?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you guys were serious for a second.
No. The thing is, though, we're serious about this actually being a thing. The trailer came out today.
Yeah.
I mean, why? Like, this came out right after Iron Fist, as far as like the trailers come. And I'm just like, who was waiting for fucking Gilmore Girls? Like
I said,
better have some badass action scenes.
White ladies. Pretty much.
It's crazy, but I mean, this is Netflix getting a little too comfortable with their shit. Like, I mean, Luke Cage, like I said, we'll get into that later. God damn, man, that's going to be an hour-long discussion. People.
Keep it.
Oh, God.
There's a storm coming.
My blood is boiling just thinking about that fucking logo. But the thing is, though, like, it made a show about blaxploitation, basically, the entire show. Now they got this fucking show that's just for. I mean, I don't even know if this is for girls either. Like, I really don't understand. Like, I know 30-year-old women, that's the thing, but, like, did they go to Comic-Cons? like
they need a sequel series to Full House, man. They'll do anything.
My cousin's excited, but my cousin loved Gilmore Girls, so.
Oh, really?
My cousin and my aunt do, so they're excited for it. But they liked it when it was on TV. I was a little young when it was on, so I don't give two shits about it. So.
The one thing, what the fuck is wrong with my words? The one thing, though, Allie actually said that 90210 went back on Netflix, and she's watching that, and it's nothing like the old one. It's not even close to the same shit, not even the same
Are you
characters.
talking the one that was on the CW a few years ago?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that's on Netflix now, or maybe it's not.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
I'm wrong. But the thing is, fuck you, Barks. I don't hate black people, you little bitch. But anyways,
That's the thing about with Gilmore Girls though. It's like, okay, Gilmore Girls, I guess I get it, but here's the thing, Jenny. So you said who's excited for this again?
My cousin, my oldest cousin and my aunt are really excited.
Okay, well, tell both of them that they could watch a pretty much better show. That's pretty much Gilmore Girls. Just tell them to watch Charmed. just
She
watch.
watched that too. My cousin watched that, and that's how I got into Charmed.
They cut off the Gilmore Girls. We don't need that.
And I watched Charmed in college, so it was all good. I watched all the reruns with my roommate in college, so that was my freshman year.
No, but that's the thing. It's like, I understand people are excited, and that's cool. I'm not going to hate on Gilmore Girls. That's cool. But, like, the thing is why the fuck is it at Comic-Con and sandwiched in between Netflix, like, Iron Fist and fucking all this crazy shit?
Because people need the Gilmore Girls, Nick. Because people need the Gilmore
Forget
Girls.
that Iron Fist, man. Who wants to watch that? Watch some Gilmore
This is for the people that complained about there were too many black people in Iron Fist. Now you get to
For
watch
real?
the white people.
You're gonna oh my god.
Okay. We're not even going
How
to
can you prove Luke Cage?
just a quick before, because we don't want to stick on this, but yeah, that's pretty much the trailers. But did y'all see that shit for Luke Cage? People talking about it's too black and shit like that. Is that just marketing or are people actually fucking serious?
I don't even
That has to be that's a collective.
That has to be a fucking joke.
Look at Rashad's face. That tells it all right fucking there, man. Just like
The collective. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming.
Rashad looking over and saying, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I expected this. I expected this with Iron Fist. I expected this with Mafia 3. I expect this with Watch Dogs 2. I expect this with anything that comes out with a black lead. It's gonna happen.
Yo, I'm so sick of the Mafia 3 bullshit too, because that dude is like, I mean, he's technically black, yes, but like you can't even really tell. Like, I'm honestly, dude, like I had
The
to, like,
main character of Mafia 3?
Yeah, dude, I couldn't really tell. I looked at that shit like 4
Are
times.
you sure? Because he looks pretty black to me.
I honestly, I couldn't. I mean, like, I literally looked at it like tonight when they're playing High Score, which, by the way, man, one of my favorite episodes of High Score recently. I really loved tonight's episode. But they were playing that game, and yeah, I was just like, it's barely noticeable.
It's cool, but yeah. Let's talking about blackness. Let's get on to. This is not even black. No, this is your people, Nick. Get your people.
They're not my fucking people.
It's your people, man.
They're not my people.
Oh, that's
What do you mean, you people?
Oh, the Chuck E. Cheese fight.
Yeah, the Chuck
Why
E.
is this
Man,
Chuck E. Cheese? God, that bitch is stumbling.
Nick, this is not a fight, and you gonna like this reference. This is the fucking beginning to Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Oh, dude.
I'm putting that in the fucking chat because of the people who don't know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm putting this shit up in.
I'm gonna admit this. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw this, I scanned the video for several seconds to see if there were any black people, and when there weren't any, I sighed in complete, like, just exhilaration.
Like, not to enjoy
it.
Oh shit, my wrestling shit come on there. My bad.
Man.
No, that's the funny thing. Like, y'all see that scene, and if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Nick just showed it. But look up Mortal Kombat, the beginning to Mortal Kombat Armageddon on the PlayStation 2, and that's fucking mirror the fucking images, man. That Chuck, wow. Like, okay, so here's the context for that Chuck E. Cheese fight, because I know they talked about this on the Casual Corner show, just like hinting on it. But apparently, this is in Florida. Surprise, surprise.
Oh wow, what a shock! Finally, a Florida. That's a crazy story.
Marcus, your Floridians, man, they winning today. They winning.
Again, I want to tell this to a lot of people that are not from Florida. I don't give a fuck about my state whatsoever. So whenever something terrible happens in Florida, we kind of just like, it's like Trump with his comments. We just brush it off like nothing ever happened because it's a regular ass day in fucking Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I am curious the origin story of this movie.
No, pretty much the origin story is like
I know it.
But this happened in a place called Kendale, Florida, to be exact. And it stated that the brawl started out by, it was 2 parties, one from one family, one for another family. and I guess they was talking about some kind of altercation and party, some problem. I don't know what the fuck kind of problem you can have at Chuck E. Cheese.
No,
And that started
family and
to
another?
No,
This is some
what happened-
Shakespearean
it
bullshit.
started between them two, and then I guess the families just got involved, and then she just turned into a gang war.
Why do I
It
feel like
it started
growing
off
up
as
with
a
fucking-
western. It literally started off as a western because one of the family members looked at another family member looking at him, and they got pissed, and then a
Yes.
brawl from that itself.
What is this, a Shakespearean play? And then the two families squabbled.
One cousin fought another cousin at the Bozo Super Sunday Show Bucket Challenge.
Chuck E. Cheese, Civil War.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
There was a death match in the ball field.
One of the Mexicans just stand in the front. You chose the wrong side.
For some reason, two brothers had to have a face-off and shit. Like,
No reason.
oh man.
Why do I see that scene where like one of the brothers passed out while the other one is holding him in his arms and he screams hermano.
I know, like afterwards, someone's like, "Oh, by the way, your cheese pizza's ready," and it's like, "Okay, get off." Like,
Well, anyone working has the right to just run the fuck out of there, man.
I'm
Yeah.
actually really
Oh,
disappointed that there wasn't like one of those like fucking rats, like one of those like performers coming down and fighting
Dude, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to beat up a mascot. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to beat the shit out of a mascot.
I know. Someone
Oh,
throws
this is
it.
great. This is a great opportunity to ask this. Nick, what is the Spanish word for world star?
Why did I get this visual when y'all said the employee should run out the store? Why did I feel like when the employee said, "Oh shit, Black Friday came early"? Fuck.
Not only
Or
Mexicans.
Chuck E. Cheese.
The thing is, we don't have many Mexicans in the community, but like I'll just say this because
Oh,
for the fuck of
shit.
it. But like instead of Road Star, someone's gonna be like La Migra, and that's why all this shit's going on. Look out, La Migra.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is real.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Chuck E.
shit.
Cheese, man, fucking A.
I don't
People
like to be
being
racist.
weird.
I don't like to be racist, but okay, we say like this is pretty much all Mexicans, and we know what it like looks like when other races fight. But I want to see like the white version of this fight. Like, what would it look like actually? Would they be
At a
like
Golden
doing that type
Corral?
of shit?
That's true.
Put him up. I will fight you in Mortal Kombat. Like, I would like to see how proper that shit would be. But
Yeah,
No,
the
it would
fight,
be
the fight
proper.
would start off
a bunch of
at
white
the
trash people, so.
okay, yeah, true.
okay, Golden Corral, Walmart, Family Dollar,
KFC buffet.
No, not the KFC
No.
buffet.
KFC
no.
buffet?
And I would probably say bowling alley.
Yeah,
Or
bowling.
I just nailed it after a hockey fight.
That's
No, if white people were fighting this shit, this would be in the fucking what's that, Cracker Barrel, whatever the fuck it's called. Like, that's what it would be in.
and a little league baseball.
Oh my
No,
god, man.
I nailed it. Hockey after hockey finals. Like they'll fucking lose their mind, man.
One thing I want to do though before we might not even rotate. I mean, it depends on people who want to come in and whatnot. I think we have a spot open, so people just let us know. But Marcus Jones gave us a community question. I want to actually use this, especially because we're talking about food in a way. It's not fast food, but Marcus Jones asked, "Is there a fast food item you refuse to eat, even if someone pays you to consume it?" And really quick, Marcus, is there a food? I want to ask you first because I'm ready to call bullshit. You'd eat anything if someone's gonna pay you to fucking eat it, like, right?
No.
Okay, and what would that thing be that you would not consume, no matter what?
The hot dog at a Hardee's.
Wow, I thought people like that.
That's a
popular.
specific ass story. I feel like there's a story behind this.
Yeah, is there a story behind this? Like,
Every time you go to a Hardee's, they kind of oversell their shit, which is like their chicken sandwich has like I don't know what bacon, cheese, onions, more bacon, and all the other like disgusting shit on there. And then there's that image where it just falls to the ground too, and it bounces up. When I see them try to do that with a hot dog, I can't really imagine what other kind of nasty shit they would try to add on top of there to make it look appealing.
yeah, I mean, I know some nasty motherfuckers that'll eat just about anything. Like, they eat like 2 Cinnabons at a time and shit. Like, it's fucking crazy. And those people, like, I think they would love hot dogs. Like, Carl Jr. and Hardee's, it's basically, is that the same thing? Pretty much?
Yeah, I think I want to
Depends on where you're located. Honestly, the naming. correlation with that.
Actually,
But
no, let me take that back. The double down sandwich from KFC.
yeah.
So it's pretty much so Jenny is pretty much like how they got Checkers some places and Rallies and others.
Oh, you're right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, because I don't know because we don't have either in Wisconsin, so I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Okay,
we
that
had
makes
those
sense.
here, and then Walgreens and CVS. Who has that shit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference between Walgreens and CVS. I will tell you that.
Well, which one's shitty?
Damn.
CVS.
CVS is shitty. Okay, well, I'm bad because she actually works at Walgreens.
Yeah.
Right?
So.
Yeah, she works at the pharmacy, so hey, hook me up, Jenny. You know what I'm saying?
Ethan Parker in the chat said he would never eat the Burger King Cheeto fries, the Cheeto chicken fries.
I heard
the
of
mac and
that.
Cheetos.
The Dorito tacos at Taco Bell.
Those are okay. Fuck you,
I
Alan.
love
Those are
those. Those
delicious.
are good.
I
Those
fuck
are
that more.
delicious. Those local tacos are delicious.
Fuck that. I hate Doritos. I don't. don't
You hate Doritos?
Alan, I love you because I hate Doritos too.
What the fuck's wrong with you, motherfuckers?
They have like 47 flavors. No one knows what the hell they are.
Hey,
Look at
Doritos
that
are
Cool Ranch.
amazing.
What is wrong with you fucking white people? I swear to
like
God.
Okay.
Wait, Toto.
I'm Arab for the last fucking time.
What they had in the chat? Oh, God damn it!
The way they even said it too was like, I don't like Doritos.
I'm pretty sure I put a few more swear words in there.
That's fucking stupid.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
Lonely white people.
That was just coincidence. I'm sure other people don't like it.
Fucking stupid, man.
We just broke Anthony too.
Wow.
Like, no, it's just Nick. Just like y'all feel like you just like insulted his religion. He was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I am fucking.
I'm not even gonna say.
I am so unhealthy right now because of fucking Doritos, and you guys are gonna say you're not gonna give respects? Really? It's fucking Doritos,
Put some
bro.
respect
Wait, you
on
just
it.
said you're unhealthy because of Doritos, so why are you like defending them?
But they're delicious.
They're delicious. They're fucking mad. There's
No,
cheese.
they're
it's
not,
cheese.
man.
That's like asking why do people still eat top ramen because it's delicious and we know
Thank
it's
you.
terrible.
I'm so glad Marcus just named the other thing that fucking is killing me every day. I fucking love top ramen. It's delicious, especially the Marichuan kind. Oh, I'm gonna look this shit up too, cause people get the raw noodles.
I feel like this is like the college diet right now: ramen and Doritos.
One thing I would say while you're looking that up, I'll give mine. I don't even know why this exists. I even tasted it, but I would never do that shit ever again. But I think Starbucks has it. Most people actually have it. But anything iced coffee related, just like that shit is fucking disgusting. Iced coffee.
I'm with you. It's not bad, but I don't particularly like it.
Okay, Anthony, can I ask you
It's
something really quick?
bad.
I don't know if you're a coffee drinker, but what's the worst thing about like when someone gives you a cup of coffee? You gotta drink it fast, right? You have to drink that
Yeah.
shit fast because guess what? It gets cold, and people are paying for cold fucking coffee.
And then you can't even drink that shit too because sometimes it's too hot and it burns your lips and it burns the top of your mouth and you fucked up. You can't eat for a while, so it's just terrible.
Yeah.
You gotta find that sweet spot when it comes to coffee.
But iced coffee, what kind of bullshit is that? It's like
Iced coffee.
Iced tea is the same thing.
that's like
iced
if
tea is
Subway
delicious.
started selling like half-eaten sandwiches. It's like, ooh, but it's a half sandwich. It's like,
They
There
do.
is a different brewing process between regular coffee and iced coffee if you do iced coffee correctly. It's
Yeah.
brewed a little differently, so that way, because you know it's going to get watered down, so it's brewed a little stronger.
And also, additionally, too, cold brew coffee. I work next to a Starbucks, and I have the cold brew coffee, and it is really good. Even with no flavoring to it whatsoever, it tastes really good, and it wakes you up immediately. So
Mhm.
I can understand why iced coffee would be really popular because I don't want to have hot-ass coffee and burn my tongue and not taste anything. for the
Especially
next
in the
3
summer.
hours.
In the
Yeah.
summer,
Yeah.
and where it's really hot, iced coffee is very refreshing, and it does give you that caffeine boost to just kind of get you going.
I actually had
survived iced coffee.
Jenny, just take a 5-hour energy.
No, those
no,
are
that shit does
tea.
not work. That shit does not work. bro.
Gross.
Yeah, just take a shot of whatever the hell's in this cup.
No, honestly, dude, like, I want to ask you guys this. This is like a random community question that we don't have a thing for because I just came up with this shit. But yo, people, so have you guys? I mean, I think everyone drinks fucking Starbucks. Have you guys had the what's that shit that Corey takes? The fucking Anthony, you gotta know this. 'cause I just brought it. Espresso,
Cocaine?
yes.
Oh, espresso, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, espresso's
anybody-
good.
Does anyone have that? Like, take that?
I've had espresso,
No.
with like double shots espresso. It wakes you the fuck up in the
Now-
morning.
With that said, I have a question for y'all, and this is gonna be a little embarrassing. So just but we're family here.
gee.
We got this. Does it give you guys the shits too?
Yeah,
like really
Are you
bad.
asking us as your friends or as a doctor?
As a friend, and kind of as a doctor too.
Hey, Nick, do you need a prostate exam, man?
I'm
That's what
saying,
Jeez.
Jenny, come to my office.
What it is the acid levels is the acid levels are affecting your stomach, so it's actually affecting your digestive system.
It would be the white guy who says that. No, I'm just playing.
No, it does. No, it's like me to just throw myself in that same arena. It does give me the shits. Like most of that coffee, anything coffee related, and anything with milk, pretty much just kills me.
Then you're just lactose intolerant too. If milk does that.
Yeah, I'm lactose. Yeah, come on now, Marcus. I don't even know, but aren't Marcus or Rashawn, aren't all black people lactose intolerant?
I'm not lactose intolerant.
Man, fuck that, man. God damn it.
Look at
Y'all
how
trying to
you're
put
scared for,
racial
bro.
into anything, man.
Most people I met are lactose intolerant.
No, Marcus, wait. You look scared at first. You're just like looking to the side, like, oh shit, here comes that milk. I'm lactose intolerant. Here it comes. Like,
No, it's like I've wondered. It's like lactose intolerant. What the? Well, where the hell does that come from? What myth did you hear that?
I've heard that before, though.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is black people can swim.
They can't.
No, because 90s, if 90s was here, he'd be like, oh, hell yeah, black people, milk, it doesn't mix. It's too much white. So,
But I
The
do
only
kind of
time I've
have
ever
one.
heard that is Native people. Like Native Americans have a problem with that.
Alan just said that out loud. Okay, well,
That is not a racial thing. That is a fucking fact.
Koval in the chat said he would never eat a mixed salad. I would never eat anything from fucking McDonald's, period.
I kind of
I
have
was
one
just
that
gonna
ties
say.
into like the previous question and like the runs. I would never like get paid to eat anything in a gas station. Like
Oh,
those
cappuccino
hot
machines?
dogs that on like those rotating curling irons or like those sandwiches.
I've
Like
had those. They're actually
those
not bad.
clear
depending on-
plastics. No, I never will again. Never will again.
I love
No.
his wording because he says like those rotating fucking curling irons.
I mean, they're constantly rotating like hot curling irons. Like they just always shining. Like you can look at them through the glass and everything.
Curling
Why
plate.
did I picture fucking curl irons rotating and shit on the rotisserie?
I mean, I know what a rotisserie is, but that's not a rotisserie. I don't know what that is. They look like
Just put rotating
curling
fucking
irons.
microwave, man. Because a curling iron is completely different.
Yeah, it is.
And this has been Rajat Describes Food.
I love you, Rashad. I love you, man.
No,
Breaking down tonight.
no, man. But that was a great question, Marcus. I actually really love that question.
Yeah, that was
And-
good.
Yeah, like, and for me, by the way, too, the mac and cheese are fucking disgusting looking.
Oh,
and now
I
they're making
tried
that.
those.
God, what was that shit that's coming out? The Cheeto pizza. Have you seen that shit?
Oh, the
Oh,
grilled
dear
pizza.
Lord, what is
Grilled
Pizza.
cheese pizza.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, man.
If that exists, Chip deserves to win.
Okay,
No,
that
it
actually
does,
sounds pretty
it does
delicious.
exist. I heard it over like a Georgia Tech football game, and I looked at my coworker and I tried to do the math. Like, wait, but if it's a pizza, then it's already oven baked. So are you gonna put a pizza on a grill? And he just says, just don't think about this. But I kept on thinking about it because it didn't make any goddamn sense.
It's just a black hole and you can't get out of this one. Makes no goddamn sense.
Oh,
We're in the Twilight Zone, honestly.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But I just want to tell you, this we got like a breather. I just want to tell you guys that the Midnight Attack is sponsored by Captain Crunch because all black people are like lactose intolerant.
Oh, jeez.
We are sponsored by
You might
Captain
be here
Crunch.
every week.
Oh,
Okay,
geez.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do next week, Fruit Loops?
I know, right?
Pretty Pebble.
It's the gay Cheerios, Captain Crunch. If it scrapes the roof of your mouth, you're not a man yet.
Hey, screw you! Captain Crunch is the best.
Midnight Attack is brought to you by Captain Crunch
Crunch cereal. Value size.
because black people are lactose intolerant.
And then it's a value slap, so you know you can spray some. You can
Yeah,
spray some with the rest of the MCA.
But everybody getting some, man.
Hey, man, do you have any black people you don't like? Give them, what is that called again, Anthony?
Captain
Crunch.
Cereal.
Captain
God.
Crunch. Now we accept EBT.
I don't know what that means.
Because he's white.
I know what that
Oh,
is.
Nick. I'm gonna kill you one of these days.
Maybe because he was in Canada, Nick.
Yeah. That's a much better explanation. I knew that was gonna happen, though. I had a feeling, but I do want to know what the hell he's talking.
What the fuck you eat, Alan? Poutine flavored Cheerios?
You know what?
EBT
Here,
is
my
food
diet is
stamps,
brought to you by
man.
Reese's.
I
I had these out for a completely unrelated situation.
Dude, I love this fucking
Oh, nah, man.
Alan,
Dude.
thank you so
What's
much.
Yeah, again, Alan, just to clarify, just for people that don't know, EBT is pretty much food stamps, but it's now it's electronic. Because they used to call it, well, where I used to live, they used to call it SNAP. So, but they call it food stamps.
Okay, I have to bring this up because I actually had a trivia question on it this week that my friend fought me for about 15 minutes about.
What?
But I had a question about food stamps for trivia. But SNAP is what they call it now. They used to call it food stamps. Now it's called SNAP. EBT is just technically the card you get.
Yeah.
That it's like a credit card. You get so much money a month, and then you can use it anywhere, including fast food restaurants, which is kind of bullshit, but whatever.
People gotta eat.
Well, no, but isn't it just for cold food? Like, it's not for like hot, fresh food, right?
No, it's for like I've had people at Walgreens at least use it for soda, for beer, for candy, for junky food, not like anything healthy.
That's fucked up though for damn beer, dude. God dang.
Yeah.
That's a shame, man. But really quick though, Alan, since you're here too, because you never know what's gonna happen. We might have rotation, might not. People, we'll be talking about a couple things. I'll tell you what the topics are in the chat if you guys want to come on in and chill with us. But Alan had a community question. Anthony, I'm gonna have you read this because I talk too goddamn much.
Okay.
Go ahead, Anthony. Take it away,
pretty
sir.
much, Ella, thank you for the community question. But it pretty much is, what word do you always have trouble spelling and/or pronouncing? So I know we always joke about Corey Coleman. Hey, y'all fucking get on me about me doing that shit all the time. Well, what do y'all have trouble with?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with you, Alan, since you came with the question. You pull us out of blast. How about you, motherfucker?
Yeah, I came up with it a couple days ago when I was just writing up a lab report, and it's the word successful. I always have trouble spelling that. Like, there's too many C's, too many S's, and I always fuck it up and hope Word corrects it for me.
Oh man.
Successful. Yeah, I can see that. I guess I can see that. Just for people so they can get time to think. Okay, this is gonna be weird, but I always have trouble spelling. What the fuck? Oh, nostalgia is one of them because it's just a weird fucking looking word. And amateur, and y'all can probably guess why I look up amateur. But yeah, I'll let your imagination go free on that one.
Is it amateur wrestling?
No, yes.
Yeah, wrestling.
Yeah. No, but I always have a trouble spelling those goddamn words and pronouncing names. Just names in general, are fucking hard, especially if it's like another language or something.
No, you
Shit is
always
really
fucking
difficult.
do shit like you call it like ganja. You call skulls
Yeah.
skulls.
Because it looks weird to me. Like you think it looks one way, but it's another way. So it's kind of like
For me,
It's
the
fucked
word that I have, and I'm having trouble spelling this shit now, man. A fucking refrigerator. I can't even spell it on dictionary.com.
Refrigerator.
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 The thing is,
Refridge Terminator.
Refridge
Terminator.
Hey, Gary. How you doing, sir?
Terminator.
Hey, Gary, really quick.
What
Gary,
the hell?
leave really quick and come back in because you sound like a fucking Terminator yourself. Yeah, just leave it. Come right back in, bro.
Right.
All right, thank you, sir. You're awesome. But no, like
20 fucking minutes standing in the camera as a clown and still can't actually fix his goddamn audio.
wait, was he standing for 20 minutes?
No,
He
he
was there for a
was.
long
He was standing
Yeah.
there in like a Michael Myers get up, and then he got a clown outfit. He was standing there for like at least 45
Sound better
minutes.
now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're better now. Yeah. A lot
Okay.
less
What did
scary,
I
too.
sound like?
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Shit. You sound like an old like auto-tune song like on the radio.
You sound like you do
Oh,
work for
fuck.
T-Pain.
He's like, no, I've become that now.
yeah, get that straightened out, Gary. But yeah, other words. What about you, Marcus? What about you, man? What's some words that you like?
I can't. I always have trouble for some reason. Oh well, I have a brain fart every time I spell out the word friend
Yeah.
because I don't know why FRIEND, but I think that's spelled wrong.
Yeah.
No, I actually got it
Yeah.
right this time. And the word I keep on messing up when I say it is specific.
Oh, specific.
Yeah, specific. You almost fucked up right there. No,
specific.
Yeah, because it sounds and ends similar. Like they have the same similar. So yeah, I can tell.
You know that word in general similar. That's another one. I can't before one. I just said it wrong. I think. But spelling. Look at the spelling. I just fucked it up on too. Similar.
Another one. Especially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially is easy. I guess especially pretty easy. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I couldn't spell that to save my own fucking life.
What about you? Wait, Adrian, you had one?
Yeah. Believe, like spelling it. I always forget like the I, where the I goes, where the E goes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
By the way, really quick, did you guys always get irritated about like these little things in dictionary, like believe? Like for some reason, I was like,
enunciate. It's the oh fuck, what's the word called? It's so they
pronunciate. Yeah, like.
Yeah, it helps you pronounce it.
No, and I know that, but like as a kid, when I grew up, I was like, why don't you just like name it that? Like, why can't that be how you spell it? You do it fucking perfect right there. Believe, like fucking that should be the way you spell it.
Oh, I'll just read some of the chats. It's pretty hilarious. Darius said he loved how his friend can't say Massachusetts. Yeah. That's fucked up. That is a hard
actually, guys. And this is a raunchy one, and I'm not even gonna try to say it because I don't want Marcus and Rashad and Anthony to kick my ass. But the end of Arnold, the governor's name. I always say the N-word after his name. I cannot like. It sounds too much like the N-word. Like
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. Wait, so it's pronounced Nager, right? Not nigger. It's Nager.
Yeah, but my lips can't do it. Like I can't do it. Like, yeah, but I hate that dude's last name. And then like it always catches my eye or my ear. Like I'll be doing something and then like, hey, here comes Arnold Schwarzenegger. And like when they say it, I'm like, what the fuck? What newscaster just said an N-bomb on the show? And it's just Arnold coming out. But yeah.
No, I'm looking at the street. Colvo said receipt. Receipt or recipient? I'm not for sure.
Oh, receipt.
You just fucked up yourself.
I fucked up myself.
Yeah, receipt shouldn't have the letter P in it.
God damn it! See the irony. God damn it.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. Okay. See, we all fuck up with words sometimes, but the thing is, just read. More. The more you know.
Well, I fuck up words all the time, but they're called drug names, and they're really hard to pronounce.
I was gonna say that's fair.
Wait, what? I'm just curious. I'm fucking curious, Jenny. What is like the hardest drug to pronounce?
Oh my god. Well, I think the funniest one I love to pronounce is hydrochlorothiazide because it's really long, and half of my patients can't pronounce it, and they're like, "Yeah, that one."
Hydro, whatever. Yada.
Yeah, like I say all these drug names, they're like, yeah, sure, that one. That sounds right.
Look at this fucking word, jeez.
Funny thing is, it's not even that big of a molecule. That molecule's actually pretty small.
It's small. It's a small little
thing. Jesus Christ!
The hydrogen and chlorine and whatever. Like, I don't remember what thiazide is off the top of my head.
I like how these motherfuckers are trying to be smart. Like, let's just go.
Okay, that name is what the molecule looks like.
Yeah.
Hydrochlorothiazide.
Yeah, so hydro is a letter, chloro is a letter, thiazide is the molecule itself.
Hey, yeah, whoever's in charge of the person who names this shit, fire that motherfucker.
Hey,
I agree with you.
That's why they have brand names for drugs.
Hey, look up the name that's like the scientific name for ant. You would be like, fuck you, man.
The scientific name for humans is Homo erectus.
Really?
That's pretty. Yeah.
Sorry, that was the old one. Homo sapiens is the new one. Sorry.
Yeah, Homo sapiens.
Oh my god, formicidae?
Yeah,
that's
just like.
Wait, is that? Oh, that's why it's called formic acid. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, Anthony, don't show me no more smart shit. You
Hey, like I said, if you look that shit up, you'll be like, fuck you.
Oh, thank you, Adrian. That's also a hard one to pronounce too in the chat. Hydroxychloroquine.
Oh Jesus!
I don't think I ever even heard that fucking name.
Hey, you start to be able to pull the stuff
Hey,
apart.
Jenny, the way your tongue moves when you pronounce all these names, you're really great at cunnilingus. Like, I'm just telling you that.
Thank you.
Oh wow! No, but one thing I will say though, we're talking about the smart shit. I need to take a break to see some stupid fucking retarded ass shit. Anthony, count the underpants.
Yes, yes, it's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening.
This is stupid.
No, it's fucking amazing. Don't you curse on my childhood like that. This is awesome. This is happening. I am so fucking happy right now.
What is the information that you have on this, Anthony? Like, what
No,
is...
apparently this was leaked out. Like, okay, before I go, who else read these books in the Google call or in the chat? I think Marcus, you said you used to read the books,
Right here.
Yeah, okay, see, Marcus used to
Not
read
only do I
them,
have read them, I have them all.
Oh, damn!
Yes!
Wow.
I grew up on this stuff, man.
He keeps it in the passenger side of his tinted window van.
The passenger side of his
All
passenger
8, by the way.
Anyway, see, you got some fans of Captain Underpants. See, you got some fans of it.
You wouldn't happen to have a Diary of a Wimpy Kid, would you?
Oh, God.
No.
Just
that's
curious.
Oh.
I don't see the problem, officer. I was heading towards a book fair in elementary school. What's going on here?
I'm 25.
Oh man! But the thing
Jesus.
is, with this poster, it's actually got leaked at like a licensing expo out of all weird places at a trade show in Las Vegas. So yeah, it got leaked, and it's rumored to come out in 2017. I think the rumored date is like around like 2 days before my birthday, which is like June 17th or 18th or something like that, of 2017. And Captain Underpants has a very special part in my place because we all grew up with Goosebumps, Animorphs. They all had their TV shows. We just recently got the Goosebumps movie that came out, so I knew Captain Underpants was only around the corner.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, quality entertainment. This motherfucker has fought in evil toilets, robotic evil toilets. He's also fighting evil lunch ladies from outer space,
Oh, yeah.
and just to top it all off, evil mad super genius made of boogers. Like, come on, man. Come on.
This movie, I'm sorry, Anthony. This movie cannot be anywhere near the retardedness that is the Captain Underpants.
Quality, man.
Can I just bring up something
No,
really
it
quick,
is
Anthony?
laughably bad.
Yes.
You cannot tell me this shit's like... it's just... I don't know. What the fuck's with this cover? Like,
It's cool.
what's up with all that? And the invasion of the incredibly naughty cafeteria ladies from outer space and the subsequent assault of the equally evil lunchroom. So,
Okay.
That was
The basic premise of Captain Underpants is it starts off with these two kind of delinquent, middle school, elementary school kids, and they're basically making a comic called Captain Underpants. So it starts off as they're doing these little comics, little crappily drawn comics, and they hand them out and stuff. But then it starts getting crazier and crazier with every subsequent issue, to the extent where aliens come down. Their principal becomes a superhero. It starts doing all this hilariously stupid stuff as the series goes on.
Yeah,
God.
it's amazing. And like I said, this book is quality entertainment. Like I said, we got Goosebumps, we got Animorphs, but this, and the funny thing about it is, like, go back to that cover. As the graphic designer in me, it's like, yeah, that cover is fucking atrocious. Like, that shit should not be, this typeface should not be crunched up like that. But that was the joke. Like, it broke all the rules. It was fun. It was juvenile as hell, but it was funny. It has a special place in my
Here's
life.
where I'll timestamp this at. Like, if you didn't watch most of the random pilots from What a Cartoon and Oh Yeah Cartoons,
Oh, yeah.
and this wasn't in your, and you didn't read this during that time, then you kind of missed out on the whole joke of just random shit happening constantly, almost all the time within the books. And when it does happen, it doesn't make any sense, but you just ride with it because it's kind of like how regular show is. Like, oh, yeah, of course we have like some giant ass thing coming from the ground and just fighting off kids, and a German scientist that goes crazy and calls everybody and it makes a list of dumbass names for kids and stuff. It, of course, this happens all the time. What the hell's wrong with you? It's that type of attitude towards the series.
Exactly. And the funny thing about it is, like, when I was a kid, Captain Underpants also ignited my love for, like, animation in a way. And it also got me, like, doing the comic books and stuff like that when I was a kid. But, like, when I say going back to animation part, all the Captain America Underpants books had, like, this part when they did with their action scenes. They called them flip-o-ramas.
Oh, yeah.
And pretty much you would flip the pages back and forth, and it would give them the illusion that they were moving. So that kind of, like, around that time, that was amazing to me that a book would actually kind of do something. It's like, okay, think about it now. It's like, oh, fuck, they got tablets now. This is not cool. But picture something like this back in the day where they're actually kind of teaching kids the basic rules of animation and in between, it's almost in the book. It's kind of cool to me. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing here too. Like, I mean, there's even a thing like a spin-off or some shit, right? Like,
Super
that's
Diaper,
what-
Super Diaper
yes,
Boy, or
exactly.
Stupid
Alan,
Diaper
Super
Baby.
Diaper Baby. That's what I'm saying. Captain Underpants gets made. We can get Super Diaper Baby. Like I said, it continues that quality entertainment because his villain is the turd that he.
But the thing is, the movie for this
emphasizing
can't
that word
work.
quality because I'm not seeing it right now.
It's quality, Rashad.
The one
It's
thing I
hard to
say,
describe without you reading it.
I'm just glad that they made a book off of Corey Coleman. Like,
Oh.
look at that big fucking head, man.
Oh.
They got the same hair too.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Fucking Corey Coleman, the I don't even know what the fuck to say. There's Mojo right there in the background. There's Martin on the bottom right corner.
Oh
No,
my
like I
god,
said-
you're not even kidding.
Yeah,
His
it's Mojo on the
villain,
bottom right.
and that villain that he's in this
Oh
one as
my God.
Martin is pretty much a super evil genius that's a turd with arms and legs, and he has a robot at the end of the movie.
Dude.
So the book. So
Hey, honestly, I'm gonna give out a call to action, people. Gary or Kevin Keane or whoever's gonna see this, someone Photoshop this Double Toasted, like the Adventures of Super Double Toasted or something. I want to see Mojo up there. I want to see this Martin. I want to see an updated little Corey thing up there. That is perfect.
Yeah, that is way too perfect. That is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great, man. I would love to see a little comic made of Double Toasted in that sense of like the fucking, Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
hey,
But,
fuck it, I might do it for the thumbnail of this video.
You probably really quick, we had a couple of things we wanted to talk about really quick, but I really want to get into this, the question of the night, and then people, we've been running on kind of a long time. I'm surprised that it's almost like 2 hours, people, but we'll be ending this soon.
Oh, damn.
So if you guys want to talk about Luke Cage, chat, I'm calling for you guys right now. If you guys have seen Luke Cage, be ready, because we're about to get into that shit, and that's going to be a long fucking discussion.
Winter is coming.
Oh,
And I
yes.
will bow out for that because I was sick this week and did not get a chance to watch it. So
Okay, yeah. So, unfortunately, we're going to lose a view with Jenny, but when you come back from that, maybe we can talk about it again next week. I don't know, but who knows, man? This shit might blow up.
again,
But,
Yeah.
Anthony, you, go ahead and read this for me, brother.
Oh, I can't wait. Hold on, because I was looking at something to show.
I'll do
Okay,
it
yeah,
quick.
let's go over the list. What do you guys think is the most important foreign language to learn? Or do you even think it's even worth the time to even learn a foreign language? What foreign languages would you like to learn if you guys had the time? So, who wants to go first? Yeah, everybody's a heavy thought.
I'll go first then.
Jenny, go ahead.
I'll go first because
Yeah.
I took Spanish in middle school and high school, so I took Spanish for 6 years. I had to do the math in my head, but which I have forgotten all of it. So except for basic Spanish, so high school education. But I get into this fight all the time with my friends over which language would be better because our school offered 2 languages, Spanish and German. And all my friends would fight me that German's the most important language to learn. And I'm like, but you're going to have Spanish more, you're going to encounter Spanish more often than you are German. I understand here where we live, we're going to encounter German more because we have a very highly influenced German culture. But if you go anywhere else in the world, you're more than likely going to run into someone who's going to speak Spanish because Spanish is spoken in a lot of countries and kind of everywhere. So, and it's one of the top, 10 languages spoken. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, Spanish is a really important language to learn. And
Is there a particular language that you find interesting, like not just because of the fact that like you have to use it and lots of countries, use it, but is there something that you find like appealing, like more than anything else?
to Spanish,
Yeah.
just the way the language kind of rolls off your tongue, it's very fluid. And it's very beautiful sounding. So, because it's a romantic language, so it has that root in that, and it just sounds really, really beautiful when you speak it. So, I mean, I'd love to learn it again because I actually do encounter people who do speak Spanish at work. So, it would be nice to know it so I could help them.
I like how Max Conde in the chat says like, yeah, learn Sly's language. Popular? I hate it.
Be the hater.
Be the hater. I'm looking at Sly, also to go with Sly's comment again. He said French Canadian. Pussy will upgrade your life. It will upgrade. So
Yeah.
that's what he said.
Wow.
That's what he said.
I was like,
I mean, the
hell,
language-
that's fucking disgusting.
The language I do want to learn, though, is Japanese. I really do want to learn Japanese. So,
I feel like learning Japanese will make me get better at karate, so I want to learn that as well, just for self-defense reasons. And
That
what?
sure.
sure.
What?
Yes, learning a
Just because
language
somebody wants to fight him and start speaking
instantly
Japanese.
increase your fighting skills.
Moving on. I'm sorry.
No, Yuri says Spanish and Mandarin for our Chinese overlords and French. That's what he had recommended. And Chris Jamal in the chat said he lives in Cali, California, so he said some Spanish learn Spanish first.
Mm-hmm.
See, I would like to learn Spanish so I can finally get an order right at a fucking fast food place. That would be like very, very convenient. Sorry, it's true.
That was both hilarious and offensive.
Yeah, it's very true. It's fucking annoying. Like, how do you get French fries, Ron? How the fuck do you get French fries, Ron? But anyways,
It just reminds me of that South
Papas
Park.
fritas. That's how you say it.
wait, what'd you say, Marcus?
You just
Papas fritas. That's how you say French fries.
there you go.
Thank you. I'm gonna use that. Matas pitas. I'll do it like a
Papas
Mexican.
fritas.
Papa's
Dude,
fritas.
you get this guy ordered like a sock or something, man.
The way Marcus is saying, I thought it was like Papa's Fritos. Like they're gonna give me like their dad's fucking Fritos. I'm like, I don't want French fries for fuck's sake.
Oh my God.
No, for me though, I would love to learn German so I can tell off the Midnight Chat Attack crew behind the scenes a lot better. Just like that fucking Stein, how am I Stein? Just scream at them and shit. That would be nice.
No, that's right. No,
Absolutely.
German is an
Kyle.
industry language.
Yeah, so can I say Hail Hydra in the proper accent?
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking
Yeah.
terrible. Anthony, this was your question. Anthony does a question of the night. So what do you think, man?
Thank you. No, pretty much I'm going to take an off-the-shoot answer, although Japanese is probably good. And I agree with everybody because I didn't know if that was still the case, but they said Spanish is pretty much our second language. So yeah, I think Spanish has a lot to do. But and I'm curious, the most language that fascinates me on a personal level is sign language. I would love to learn sign language.
Fuck you! You just picked
No,
the wrong
I would.
language.
No, it's like sign
That
language
is
is
a
a language.
language.
Yeah,
That is
it's
a
it's a language. So I would love. I just like how, especially that it's so hot to me. Okay, this is also another one of my
this is gonna be
fetishes.
weird.
But when deaf girls they get mad and they do the hand signals, and shit, that shit is a turn on me. I don't know why, but that shit is a turn on me. So,
I have no words for that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, good pun, you fucking asshole.
I was
He has no words.
I didn't
Literally
think
have
he did
no
that. I
words for
didn't
that.
think he did that on purpose.
that worked out, but
That motherfucker said he got no words for it.
I don't know, man. That's still a turn on to me, and that's just sign language. That's just my answer. I would love to learn sign
Oh,
language.
we just insulted Mexicans, Japanese people, sign language people, like made a pun
Keep
about
going.
that
also
word.
German people. Don't forget about that.
Keep it going, man.
That's which culture do we want to offend now?
Max said Cleon, so we can.
Oh,
offend
you
them.
fuck. God. You say
Alan-
Klingon or Cleon?
Cleon? How you pronounce it? Cleon?
Klingon.
Man, you leave that guy alone. Just call him K. No, like this begins with K. No, but
Klingon, so he wants to solidify himself as a virgin then?
don't.
You can go learn that course. I don't know what like universities will fucking offer that as a class.
They do, which is so strange to me. What about you, Rashad? What language would you want to learn?
Definitely probably Spanish, mostly because if Donald Trump wins, I can fake being like I'm actually an immigrant, so I can go back down below the border, so I don't have to worry about being in the U.S. anymore.
So you want to get deported to Mexico?
It's a lot better option than being here with him.
He has a point.
I don't know.
Fucking Darius is fucking
You know better than
retarded.
the devil you don't, so I'd rather go back down to the border.
There's something in the chat. Darius is fucking stupid, man. You say when they're thinking they're doing sign language, not Naruto. He thinks that's the sign. He's using like jutsu.
Oh my god! I hope there's no people that practice sign language that are listening to this.
How can they hear us?
Dude, Ellen, how the fuck are they gonna listen to this with sign language?
No. What I meant is there's people that translate.
Oh, Jesus.
So exactly what's the process that's gonna happen? They're gonna go to a deaf person and tell them, "Can you hear what these motherfuckers said and shit?" Like,
Okay, I made a mistake. Shut the hell up.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
Wow.
fucked up. Jesus Christ.
nice job, Alan. Nice job.
I'm the one at fault. This motherfucker makes a race, what's it called, deaf person joke, and I'm the one that gets that.
Alan's probably, he's gonna need sign language.
I don't know how this is on me.
You know what's
First
funny?
L of the night. First L of the night.
Oh no,
That's
there's been more
not
than
the
that.
first L tonight.
Yeah, I think I caught one earlier. No, but Alan, earlier you were asking us, man. You were saying like, okay, like Japanese people, this, that. Like we insulted all these cultures. Who's next? Black people, because we're about to talk about Luke Cage, and I fucking hate that show. So people, it is time. Anthony, I don't know if anyone gave you any messages to get in here or not. I don't know what's going on.
I didn't see anything, man. I didn't see anything. So I think at this point, like I said, people. So Jenny, I guess you probably want to bounce out. Thank you for joining, Jenny. Thank you so much for joining. But people, we're about to get into that Luke Cage spoiler talk, and we might be spoiling a little bit of Jessica Jones and Daredevil. So it's probably good to watch those as well. Well, too late now, but just know a little bit about those knowledge. Have a knowledge of those shows a little bit as well. Just so we can have a clean slate. Everybody can say whatever they want. And yeah, people, if y'all really want to get inside this call and talk Luke Cage with us, let me know. So Nick, yeah, I think we're ready.
All right. So first off, Marcus, you watched the entire show, correcto?
I have.
Okay. Rashad, you watched the entire show as well, correcto?
Yes.
Okay. Gary, you're a zombie. Correcto?
Correct.
Gary is the zombie.
What?
Gary is the
What?
zombie.
No,
What?
have you
Did I
watched?
miss something?
Have you, no, have you seen Luke Cage?
No.
Out.
And
Oh damn, he left. Too. God damn.
Like, shit, I can see where this is going.
wow.
Marcus is fucked up. Gary was like, "Oh, when the black man tells a joke, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here."
Oh,
Dude, Marcus
man.
could be our new bouncer, dude. Shit.
Okay, so
Okay, we're in
okay,
security. Why not? Shit.
True. I guess I get this started on the road, Nick, just to get our spoiler talk. Again, people message me or Nick, more likely message me. So if you want to get in the call, just tell us in the chat if you want to get inside the call with this Luke Cage spoiler talk. But I'm about to start. Why the fuck did they kill Cottonmouth? What the fuck?
Oh my god, I
Man,
was
right out
the
the
same goddamn question.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, what the fuck is that? And how as randomly as they did that shit too. Like, it was right around this time that they were starting to develop his character. I mean, like that exact same fucking scene. He was yelling at what is her name? Black
Mamba.
Yeah, Black. Screw it.
Maria or something like that? Yeah, but he was yelling at her cousin. Mariah, yeah, Black Mariah. He was yelling at her cousin and shit like that, saying, No, you're the reason why I'm in this, saying the truth, pretty much telling it like it is. And then out of nowhere, fucking falls out the window. She kills him, writing his character off the scene, and that shit really pissed me off.
You know, it's weird. I sort of felt like when they did that, I think that was like their half. Like you notice, like in Daredevil, Jessica Jones, that they do this thing that like halfway in the episode, they sort of like change it up, so it's now this thing that's serious. I sort of think that was the same thing with going on with Luke Cage, where after they just kill Cottonmouth, which I thought I thought the death was like, this is how you're gonna kill him. That's a weird way of kind of killing him.
It was
out of nowhere. It was out of fucking nowhere. Bottle hit, fall out the window, bam. It was like, what the fuck?
And the thing that was a problem for me, dude, is like they really built him up good, man. Like this was a character that wasn't your same old fucking bad guy. Like this dude had a really good fucking dynamic of like, you know what, he's a bad guy, he's an evil son of a bitch, but he has like reasons as to why he's humanized.
Morals.
Yeah.
He has morals. So go ahead, Alan. Go ahead.
No, for me, it's like it felt kind of random because up until that point, there's almost two villains. You had the politician who's like, I'm the public figure, but I'm secretly, a piece of shit. Then you had the criminal who all he wants to be is a criminal. So I'm like, oh, it's cool. We're gonna get this political person to be like right down in the villainy. But they don't really do anything with her character after she becomes the main villain. She just kind of just hangs around and shows up and does stuff.
Like,
well, she wasn't the main villain though. Like, Diamondback was.
Oh yeah,
Diamondback was not the main villain.
No, he was the third main villain.
We'll get to that, but like back on the Cottonmouth thing. Okay, I guess that they had to move him out of the way because it's later revealed that Shades had showed up at the club around the same time to do the exact same thing, kill Cottonmouth. So I guess they wanted to put them two both in place, like as the leaders, just how they are made pretty much like in the comic book and everything like that. But it was like. It was weird. Like I said, they were starting to develop this character. He was a sympathetic villain. He really didn't even want to go into the game. He played piano, which he was pretty good at. You always see him playing piano. And it seemed like he was just forced into the game just by his surroundings. And moreover, he was forced by his mother, which is Mama Mabel. Which, fun fact, by the way, did y'all know that was played by Samuel Jackson's wife?
I
Oh,
thought you were
really?
gonna say Samuel L. Jackson. Like he,
that would have been
didn't even
amazing.
know. Yeah, that would have been fucking hilarious. But yeah, that was Samuel Jackson's wife, and she was the one that kind of like forced him. Like that scene
Shit.
with the pliers, I was like, "Fuck!"
That scene was what the hell? That was the smallest thing ever. It's like, it's okay, come here, honey. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his uncle, Cottonmouth, his first kill was when he had killed his uncle and everything like that. So that seemed like that was, branching him off. And like I see, he was a sympathetic villain, even a little bit before that, because it seemed like he was connected to Pops because they used to roll around and stuff like that back in the day. And when his goons had killed them, he was pretty sad about it. He was like, man, there's supposed to be some rules to this shit. And fucking threw his goon off the fucking roof, which was cool, by the way.
See, the thing that's frustrating to me, Anthony, about that, and this will be a good way to segue into like more stuff about Luke Cage in the beginning, because the thing is, like, when he kills that guy on the roof, and that's cool that, like, he has a dynamic about him where he, has morals, but it's like we never got to see that revenge for Pop's death. And that pissed me off about Cottonmouth. I was like, okay, that's cool, you're making Cottonmouth like a really, the fucking character who's that insane that he'll kill somebody like that, one of his goons. But I'm like, dude, what a fucking idiot. Like, that was the whole story arc. Like, this whole episode's leading up to, like, that guy is a bad guy. I want that motherfucker dead. I want Luke Cage to rip his throat out. We never get that.
Yeah, he never
it feels like
Luke Cage
kind of
has never
random
been
and
that type of guy
disjointed.
to, like, rip anybody's throat out or anything like that. He's always been like, I'm not going to kill anybody, but I'm going to, like, mess you up a little bit.
But don't
They're
you
definitely
feel
the same
like
way,
Luke
but there's...
Cage...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, but, like, Rashad, don't you feel like Luke Cage should have got his revenge somehow? I mean, I know he wasn't going to rip his throat out, but, like, like, Luke Cage never got revenge on the person that actually killed Pops. Like, he never really... You know what I mean? Like, we never got that satisfaction from Luke Cage's
You
revenge.
see, like, I think that goes back into like his character. Like you say, he was a dynamic character, cool. But he had charisma, but his his mission or overall motivation seemed non-existent. Like I don't know what the fuck was his end goal. And when Luke Cage finally showed up and confronted him, nobody did anything. He just defeated the goons. He could have killed that motherfucker right there. And then right after when Luke Cage was starting to tear down his empire, he was pretty much a big pushover. Luke Cage bitched him out. People coming into his fucking his office and shit, dropping milk duds on the floor, and just like, hey, bitch, what you gonna do
Milky
about it?
Way.
Well, see,
Milky
that's
Way.
that was his main thing. That was his revenge. He wanted to bring down Cottonmouth, not physically, not kill him or hurt him.
Yeah, but
he
he never
wanted to
did,
bring down
though.
his empire. Like
Well,
he
one
stole
time,
all his
for
money. All of his money got turned over to the police. He lost all of his guns. He lost respect to everybody that was in the criminal circle. Like he did basically what he set out to do, to aim right at Cottonmouth.
Yeah, and I see that too. It looks funny too because your camera's shaking a little bit. So it's like, man, what he did was, and it's like, God damn it!
My laptop's on this mattress right now, and it's going up and down.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Yeah. No, but
I agree with Rashad. Oh, go ahead, Anthony.
No, that's good. I'll keep cutting you off, man. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm sorry, man. No, I agree with Rashad in the sense of like, yeah, like that was a story like Luke Cage was going straight after Cottonmouth, and I understand that like Luke Cage realized that it really wasn't that dude's fault because Cottonmouth is getting his shit done, and he's the main bad guy, but still, like even then, Luke Cage would go up to Cottonmouth's, his face and not do anything. He's like, I'm gonna get you, Cottonmouth. I'm gonna fuck your shit up. And there's like these long scenes where it's like, ooh, the tension's rising, holy shit, and then we go back to Luke Cage walking around the neighborhood like this is fucking GTA 5 free roam. It was pissing me off.
I agree with you. He's not a killer. He didn't want to go to jail. But it seemed like after he had told on his empire, Luke Cage was just like chilling back, went back to the the barber shop, just chilling like nothing happened. Like if Cottonmouth wasn't going to come after him. It's like he was chilling. And then that was a cool way that I showed like Cottonmouth was a cool villain when he fucking pulled up that Stinger rocket launcher. And that was the only way they ended off episode 3. Like, that was the only time that you see that type of tension boil over. But it was like, Luke Cage, what the fuck you thought was going to happen? You took down his empire. He didn't have a leg to stand on.
Really
so that's
quick,
what I was saying. Like, he wanted to actively take him down and arrest him, but he never did anything. He just let him, like, roam free. Like, break his leg or arm or something. I don't know.
One thing I want to bring up, too, as far as the rocket launcher scene, and this is going to help me segue into this, too, because I want to talk about Misty Knight, who Anthony is in love with Misty Knight, dude. Oh, my God. She is gorgeous. But here's my problem with Misty Knight, though. And Anthony's probably going to hate this. But, man, so every story, there's a build-up to something. Like, there's a relationship, there's a sex scene, if there's some kind of story arc, you need to build up to a climax. And I know it's predictable sometimes, but it's a reason why it is predictable. You have to do that. In the very first episode, which is my favorite episode of the whole show, by the way, but, Luke Cage, he's working, he's doing the dishes, he's serving wine to people and shit, and then Misty Knight comes in as an undercover detective trying to see what's going on, and they end up in a sex scene in the very first episode. And then after that, it's like it's a continual thing where it's just building up. It's like, are they going to get back together? Do they like each other? They're starting to get to know each other well. But they already got the climax. It's stupid. And the same thing with Cottonmouth. We got like no build up with Cottonmouth. Cottonmouth learned that Luke Cage fucked up his money and all that bullshit, and then all of a sudden he starts off this rivalry with a fucking rocket launcher, and then that's the only action we get. The next episode, he's talking to Luke Cage to his face like, "Yo, you're not gonna get your ass right." Like, you shot him with the rocket launcher. Like, how can he fucking like?
Because he figures eventually he'll be able to do something to stop him. Like that's why the Judas bullets were so like he was so freaking out because like I finally can do something to this guy.
But the thing that was frustrating to me is, like, if you watch the first 3 episodes, you saw the finale. Like, the finale is so shitty in comparison to episode 3 or episode 2. It's like both those 3 episodes are the best things you get and the craziest it gets. I mean, you get a sex scene with Misty Knight, you get a bunch of shootouts, you get Luke Cage going to those fucking buildings and fucking everybody up constantly. Those are the main events. It's crazy. Like, I don't even fucking, like, how do you write the show backwards? It's like, it's insane.
And just to go off the point too, just to talk about the villains and stuff like that. Diamondback, that's a big one. And Adrian, I agree with you. I'm not sure if she's in the call, but I agree with you. She says she's tired of the villains doing that whole, I'm jealous because he's my brother and my father didn't love me, so I'm jealous and I'm going to kill Luke Cage. Like, that shit is, oh my God, it's so, and then, okay, going back to when Diamondback was first introduced, okay, you got Cottonmouth out of the picture, Shades, and Black, I can never remember her goddamn name. By the way, when she popped up, did anybody think she was playing the exact same character from Civil War?
Dude, it's the same actress, so yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is happening here? So I knew that was going to happen sometime soon, that it was going to have one actor play 2 different actors, because Tyler Perry got all the black actors, so they running out. So, no, but pretty much Diamondback, when he first popped up, he was the first one to use the Judas bullets to take down Luke Cage, which he had injured him, and he fucking blew up a truck. That was a strong opening. But as you learn Diamondback and continue the series, like I said, like Adrian said, he had the same motivation that we've seen time and time again. Plus, it seemed like when it got to that point, the episode started to stall a little bit. Like, that whole scene of him staking out in the club, that shit seemed to just drag on just a little bit too long. And he's not really a good actor either. It's just like, he was just kind of annoying. Like, I was just like, he's not as good as Cottonmouth with the charisma. But he's get shit done, and he injured Diamondback, but he just doesn't have the same feel as Cottonmouth. And the big thing, he's fucking retarded too. Yes. Because okay, Nick, you remember that scene where he shot Luke Cage and he falls into like a garbage truck, and they say she shoots him. He sees him fall into the garbage truck. Next scene, he said, "Why the fuck did you not find him?" I'm like, "Follow the fucking truck." I'm like, what the fuck?
And here's the thing, like, okay, because I remember we're in the call and I was trying to be like, okay, because I was shitting on the show the whole time. And I feel sorry for Alan having to deal with me yelling about the show, because Alan was like, you know, I can tell you're like, man, can you just shut the fuck up and let me watch this goddamn show? So I'm sorry to be that guy, but I sometimes I am when I really hate something. But the thing is, like, fucking, when that happened, he like shot him, and I can understand if there's a situation where, you know, Diamondback was like, no, I thought he was dead. But it's the very next scene that Anthony's talking about. It's like literally the truck drives away, and then Diamondback comes in his room. Where the fuck is Luke Cage? You were just there 5 seconds ago.
And can I mention something onto that scene too? Like close to the ending of that episode when Diamondback shot him into the garbage truck.
What's up?
Okay, so Diamondback shot him in the stomach.
Yeah.
And most of the metal was in his stomach. But then when he shot him with the Judas bullets on the shoulder, and then like an episode or 2 later when they were doing surgery on him, they apparently got all the metal in his inside but not his shoulder.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Oh my God.
I was thinking the same thing.
I noticed that.
They don't ignore the wound. But what it is, they get most of it because it went inside and exploded. The only thing I could think of is A, it didn't explode, B, it went through. It just went straight through him, which, again, it doesn't make much sense. Or, for some reason, the shrapnel all gravitated towards the center where she was able to take him out.
Yeah, but even then, it's like if all the shrapnel kind of went together, wouldn't it just be like a big piece right in some flat ass like thing is the size of a dime or something?
Yeah.
Because it just feels a little bit the whole there's so many plot holes in that fucking in this fucking series.
Yeah.
It just feels like okay, that doesn't make any sense, but I guess I'll just roll with it or something. Like was his inside's vital parts where he kind of got shot in and just not like his shoulder, chest area because it's close to his fucking heart, and I'm pretty sure if it exploded in that area too, it would have kind of. There would be pretty much be a good shockwave at his heart that would kind of fuck him up a little bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I felt the same. Oh, go ahead, Anthony.
No, I was just saying, yeah, that was weird. The only thing I did like that scene and the science behind it, sort of, like they had to really heat up his body in order to like go past it and get the thing. I actually thought that was kind of cool, but it made me laugh. That's the funny thing about it is like I was like, okay, this can be an allegory for deep fried chicken. I mean, like it's a black guy. Nigga. Yeah, like, come on.
No, guys, come on.
Sometimes you gotta throw the science out and do what you feel is right because. Fuck, that's stupid. That seems stupid.
Yeah.
It was like they go deep fry this black dude like some chicken. I was like, it's some white guy, some racist white guy that's making that parallel somewhere. I know it. It's like I make the same parallel.
Yeah, you mean you?
Yeah, exactly. No, but to go back on Diamondback, that fight.
Hey, he can get away with it because he's black. So can I. So shut up.
That's not.
Yes, it is, motherfucker.
No, so you guys don't understand though. I make fun of Alan because he looks white, but actually Alan's more black than Anthony.
True, that is true. No, but to go back on the Diamondback scene, that ending fight scene,
that was fucking hilarious. That shit was amazing.
I'm so pissed at that fight scene because I did not hear one person in that crowd yell out "World Star." What the fuck? That's bullshit.
They just yell at Harlem anytime they could.
That was so weird because that fight did not feel like a superhero fight. It felt like the fucking if you marry that shit to Friday, that was pretty much Ice Cube versus Debo.
Oh my god, you're right.
It was Rocky 5. You pointed it out. It's the end of Rocky 5.
No, yeah, is that too? But like the thing is, and thank you, it is like Rocky 5, and I remember saying that shit during the show too, and I remember too the Friday thing. It goes so much like Friday, where at the end Luke Cage is walking with that chick. And they're walking, and he's like, yo, so I guess I'll see you tomorrow then, baby. Like, all that bullshit, and they're talking. That's the same exact line and same exact fucking scene that Ice Cube had with fucking Naya, whatever her name is. Like, fucking, it's just, all I needed was someone going, like, you got knocked the fuck out, like, to Diamondback. It was
exactly.
Did someone say that?
The closest thing I got to it was like a dude on the side of the street said, oh, man, he talked about your mama? Yeah, you gotta get
I was done. I almost stopped watching.
Because it was like, that fucking scene is so dumb. It's like you got the cops right there saying, help him. No.
But
and then you got
so
everybody around
so
saying, come on, Luke Cage.
Okay, that whole cops watching them fight, to me, like that's not the worst part of that, because that happens in a lot of superhero TV shows where the cops can't do anything, so they let the superheroes and supervillains fight amongst themselves, and their job is to make sure the civilians don't get caught in there. But besides that whole fight scene was fucking stupid.
And the thing that's frustrating to me, like Marcus even said, like, yo, it's so black. The thing is, I don't even think it was like that. It was just fucking stupid. Like, for instance, I think everyone's like, okay, this is called blaxploitation, which everyone who talks about the show in defense of it says blaxploitation. It's like the fucking catchphrase of the show. Like, it's just like, is blaxploitation terrible? Because I don't remember it being that bad. I remember it being entertaining back in the fucking day. Like, you know what I mean?
But I think it's just cartoonish.
And then the show is inconsistent though, because think about it. Her whole plot, Diamond Black, the whole plot was to turn the whole
Diamond Black.
Diamond Black. And I agree with Skulls when he said in the chat, he said they should have got Tony Todd to play Diamondback, which probably would have worked. But the whole neighborhood was against Luke Cage, right? You're a crook, you're a villain. They was all part of that protest saying, oh shit, let's do it. Why do we jump to that fight scene? Nobody's yelling at him. Everybody's saying, get him, Luke Cage. I'm like, who the fuck told these motherfuckers about?
I think that was sort of explained because didn't they had that scene where Method Man got saved by Luke Cage and he was on the radio saying like, okay, a dude would it was pretty much like the stopping for a sort of Trayvon Martin thing that they kind of went through with that. So everybody so a good majority of people can kind of be on sides for it too. So they did explain that in a way, but they kind of just did it. They rushed it in a way. They like, no, he saved this neighborhood. He saved this people. I'm with him and that stuff like that. They just kind of did it in a really quick montage to say, oh, now everybody's cool with him.
Yeah, Barksdale is right, by the way. And I'll get into the music in a bit, but Method Man's fucking freestyle was amazing. Granted, it wasn't a freestyle, by the way. It was written. Okay, so let's not give too much credit to that motherfucker.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put that shit out there now. Don't use freestyle too much. No, but the thing is though, like that was cool and everything. But another issue I have with the show, and we'll get into this as well, is the fact that it's kind of crazy how everything kind of lines up, like almost like Seinfeld. Like I kept making references to WWE and Seinfeld with this show. Like WWE wise, people are turning heel and face. I'm supposed to like this guy, then I like the other guy, and then Cottonmouth is actually a good guy, but then he's bad, and then he's evil, but then he gets killed by the bitch that I liked before that. Like what the fuck? That was annoying. But then like everyone's so connected. Like I have a trouble believing that Luke Cage would be working for Cottonmouth, and then he'd be connected to Misty Knight. And then she'd be connected to the other crook who also knows Diamondback and Cottonmouth, like that white cop. It's just everybody's so connected. It's like this world. It's so small that it's too small for this to even exist. It was fucking weird how everything's so connected. Where, I mean, it just reminded me of Seinfeld. It was like this is a sitcom.
To go off that point, Nick, and pretty much Martin said it because he's doing a podcast with some two other fellas, and they call it like the Eye on Marvel TV, and I'm gonna review every episode of Luke Cage. And he said he's like, even in the first episode, it feels like the show, Luke Cage show, is more about the city and the surroundings and the community, which you see like he's a hero for hire. They kept making that joke and reference, and it seems like Luke Cage takes a backseat to his own goddamn show. It's like they want to build the world and the city more than Luke Cage himself. And he's like an afterthought. So it's just like he never gets that much development. That actor is okay, but they don't really give him that much to work with. He's like kind of a brick. I will say this. He's better in this, maybe just because the camera was just on him more than Jessica Jones. Because he was kind of stiff to your point, Alan. Like you said, he was kind of like just a brick wall at fucking Jessica Jones. Like he was just kind of like there. So and that's the thing. It's like with the show, the villains, their motivations were not that good. And it didn't seem like it had no really end point to do it. Like they said, they pretty much humanized all the villains because going back to the comics, Shades was pretty much Cyclops. Black Maria was like this big fat the Blob bitch, and she pretty much defeated Luke Cage by sitting on him. And Cottonmouth had like a steel jaw and steel teeth. So they like, granted, all this shit probably couldn't have worked in a series, but you can kind of felt like, his villains couldn't even compete to him because they had to introduce shit like, the Judas bullets or that fucking dumbass power suit at the end of the series. Yeah, exactly. So they had to find dumbass ways to deal with the problem, and it just it felt really awkward.
That power suit could have been done a lot better than the way that it was executed. It could have worked on screen, but it just didn't work the way it was done.
That fucking shit. 90s, that's fucking awesome.
That was my favorite scene from Black Dynamite of all time.
Marcus, I know you might want to say something. What were you gonna say, man?
Well, two things. I think the way the show could have been a bit better because, like, of course, like Luke Cage, he's an indestructible dude that can basically get shot up and not really feel anything. I mean, the running joke was like holes to his goddamn clothes.
Yeah.
I personally felt like that if they would have. You're right. They kind of focused a lot into the city itself and just the atmosphere of the city. If they would have dug a little bit deeper into that, deal with the Mexican, I think the Hispanic cartel, the triads and stuff, and kind of seeing what their deal is, and work their way around that to build a story up to see, okay, Luke Cage is caught in the middle of this. Then this would actually worked really well. This as a show, this would have worked really well because like everybody knows the guy's strong. Everybody knows like he's in the. It's like how One Punch Man does the storytelling. Like they kind of focus a lot on the secondary characters, and here Sadama comes in and just knocks a dude out, and that's like, oh, that's the end of the story. But you still got something out of it. Secondly, though. Okay, I can't be the only one that thought about this, but by the time the series ended, my first thought was like, man, if Wilson Fisk just came in here, he would have killed everybody in this fucking show.
That's the thing. It's like you walk away from this show feeling like, I still think out of it's probably what's his name, Kilgrave and Wilson Fisk are probably some of the best villains in the Marvel thing. They're the best villains like in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe and movie universe. Yeah, these villains, they're fucking weak. Like they don't have nothing to add.
I disagree with that. I would say the only weak one was probably Diamondback, but as far as Black Mariah and Cottonmouth, I disagree with that. I think that they're really good villains for what they were.
Cottonmouth had charisma, but his motivation.
No, I have to agree with Rashad on this one. Like, that's the thing that I think we disagreed with, Anthony, is my issue 100%, dude, 100% is Luke Cage and the writers. This is fucking WWE, like I said, man, like I can't stand how Luke Cage is always like so overpowered but yet underpowered. And okay, I remember Double Toasted, and this is why I get mad too, is because like a lot of people, they're fans of Double Toasted. Everyone talks shit about The Last Witch Hunter, which I didn't like that movie either. But Luke Cage is a black Vin Diesel, and this fucking show. I hate the fact that he's walking around always like, hey guys, like I'm timid, I care about people, leave me alone, blah blah blah. And he's so overpowered, and he doesn't like his powers, like this goofy ass fucking like he's tortured because he doesn't want to be so badass. Oh, poor guy. Oh, I love this dude. Fuck that shit. Like you are God basically, and you're fucking upset and sad face and frowny all the damn time. Mr. fucking victim. I can't stand that shit.
He is also a black man that was sent to jail and also escaped. So if he gets put out in the open, his ass is going right back to jail. Ain't nothing he can do to stop that.
Which was cool, to go back off that point, Rashad, that the villain in this series actually won. So I thought that was cool that they actually did that too.
Yeah, she won. She sent him back to where he was going.
So that was pretty much cool. But going back to the Diamondback part though, the only thing that was cool about him was just his inclusion, because it gives you a big fucking clue for the Defenders villain, which they pretty much been hinting in Daredevil and Jessica Jones that this, the Serpent Society, like the pretty much Marvel villains that has this whole snake motif, Cottonmouth. I can't remember the other names, but it's pretty much like a whole bunch of like snake-like villains and stuff like that. So that was the only coolest thing about Diamondback, is like his inclusion means that Serpent Society will probably definitely be
real quick. Okay, but hear the recent casting news for Defenders?
No, wait, what happened? I didn't even hear
Sigourney Weaver, she just got casted as the villain for Defenders.
Wait, who's she playing?
No, they're not saying. They're just saying, like, yeah, she's the villain for the Defenders.
I wonder if she's going to be playing, what's her name? I can't remember her name right now, but she got, like, psychic powers. That's fucking cool. That is fucking cool. Sigourney Weaver. So Diamondback could come back as the leader. So even with that news, I'm hyped for the Defenders. I'm fucking so hyped for the Defenders. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, so am I. But back to Diamondback. Okay, Diamondback to me feels like the most forced villain I've ever seen in a series. He comes halfway through. It turns out he's his brother, and this is the first time Luke Cage is ever mentioning he has a half brother to anybody ever. We're like episode 7, episode 8 in when he's like, he's my brother. It's like, and you never mentioned this before in any way, in any conversation. Hey, Pops, I have a half brother that might try to kill me one day.
Well, speaking of Diamondback too, I want to bring this up because that's what I was going to mention earlier. Though, is when Diamondback first comes in. I mean, and people just to remind y'all, if you guys forgot, but like he's the one who came up with the fucking Judas bullets. That he's the one guy that's going to take him down. His scene where he comes in at the very end of season 6, it was actually badass. He comes in the tank, he shoots him. It's like, oh man, it was shocking. You see the blood come out, and I can't stand Luke Cage, the actor. I forgot his fucking name. Fuck him. But there's a part where he gets shot, and it's like, oh, it's a great scene. And Rosario Dawson's acting like the way she should. She's all shocked. And he literally goes, and makes this fucking hilarious noise, screaming to the fucking skies.
Yeah, he tries to scream out in pain, but it sounds really,
Dude,
it's really
I had
bad.
Gatorade in my mouth. I almost spit my Gatorade over my screen. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever saw in a serious movie or show or whatever. He ruined everything he was in. That fight in the church with him and Diamondback, and Diamondback's doing cool shit, and he's a badass. And then Luke Cage and the writing where like the Jews bullets hurt. He can barely walk, but because he's angry now, he can take punches and gun bullets and everything. All of a sudden, he was just limping into the church or wherever that place was, a movie theater, or whatever the fuck it was. He was just fine. Now all of a sudden, he's not. And I think that part of the reason why Diamondback was so disliked. I mean, you guys really can't. You guys don't like him as a villain. I think that's all Luke Cage's fault. I think the guy who played Diamondback was awesome. I think it's just Luke Cage ruined every fucking scene he was in.
Yeah, we don't mean to shit on the show though. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we do. But see, the thing is, no, it's not Luke Cage's fault. It's Diamondback's fault for existing the way he does. If Diamondback was not related to Luke Cage in any way, I think I wouldn't have hated the character as much, because it would have been like, oh, okay, this is the big guy we've been talking about. He's in the shadows. But the fact that there's any relationship, it makes him completely laughably pointless. It's like, I'm only here because I hate you. It's like, so if you didn't know me, you wouldn't be here? He has just as much reason to hate Luke Cage as Cottonmouth does. The relationship adds no dimension. It actually makes the show. It shows how badly written the show is. Like they only had enough for one villain in about 6 episodes, but then decided to double it because they feel that they need to. Like the last episode and a half should have been 1 episode. It shouldn't have been 12.
The one person I will give props to, even though I hate the guy too. But I think for this show, that actually makes sense. And Alan, you were hating this motherfucker the whole way though. But man, Shades, guys, man, Shades. I could not
I love
stand.
Shades.
Fuck that guy.
I love Shades. Shades was cool. I like Shades, even though his arc never really got developed, and his character, he really didn't have like much of a character, but he stayed consistent. I guess he was the most one that stayed consistent. Just a guy that's playing in the shadows, moving these chess pieces in the ground, just try to make shit happen. Like he was the one that persuaded Black Maria to do what she did. And, he was just like the guy in the background, the guy with the shades, always sitting in the back while everything went to shit. So it was cool. I liked the whole dynamic.
Here's my impersonation of Shades in every fucking scene he's in. And then you gotta do this, and I gotta sound cool, so I'm just gonna talk low. You got me?
Every single scene, he is not fucking lying. It's so corny, guys. It's like,
that guy.
It's just like, yo, hey, so what do I want to do? Want to get some Captain Crunch? What's our sponsor tonight, Anthony?
Yeah, and I want to point out, even his action scene that he had.
Go ahead,
even the action scene that he had in the elevator didn't really feel badass. It was just more like Weasel survival mode. God damn.
Yeah.
Well, Weasel survival mode.
Yeah. That's a nice way to put it, actually. Weasel survival mode. Rashad, what do you think? I know you ain't talking too much. We're probably all over the place, but Rashad, what do you think about Shades, man?
I really didn't know what to think about about him coming after the show, because I'm a big fan of the actor, because I watched him. He was on Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, that's why I hate him.
I didn't like the character. The character became a bitch by the end, but I love the actor. He was a good actor. I liked him on the show, and I was excited to see what he would do here. And the second, I saw him do a couple of interviews, and he kind of described his character as I wanted a little finger type s character, like central way to my character, and I was like, I know you're gonna be a Weasel the way you're describing. You want to be like Littlefinger, you're definitely gonna be the guy that wants to be number 2 behind the number 1. You're gonna be that Weasel, the one that's always behind the scenes operating, and that's what guys like him do. And I thought he pulled that off okay.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? I agree with Rashad there, and that's the thing that I was going to say, that I was arguing with Alan, and I don't know, Anthony said he didn't mind him too much, but me, I couldn't stand him, but it was a good can't stand him. He was making the show better because I could not wait for him to get his. And it made me want to continue on to, which there wasn't a lot else keeping me going. But the two best things of the show was Misty Knight's. I mean, I think they did the storyline backwards, but Misty Knight, not for sex, by the way, Anthony, you fucking
no.
Why do you? I don't know why you keep saying they did the storyline backwards.
Because it's just every climax happened in the first 3 episodes. Even Adrian said in it earlier, I was like, yeah, my favorite episodes are the first 3. And even those sucked in my opinion, but they're the max. It's if those 3 episodes were at the end of the show and they built to the rocket launcher scene and built to that big shootout and then Luke Cage fucking people up, that would have been cool. The middle and end is talking. Even the finale is Luke Cage walking around you want some coffee? I'm not even for coffee. Coffee sounds good right now. But the beginning, Luke Cage is beating the fuck out of people. It's just
Daredevil was fighting and shit like that. He didn't meet Wilson Fisk until almost halfway through the series. Yeah. And same thing with Jessica Jones, even though was his dynamic, she couldn't engage in him because he would always mind control somebody around. So it was always something in the way from them taking down the villain. With Luke Cage, he met the fucking villain in episode 3. So it's just this is kind of done now. But yeah, we don't want to shit on it too long. I just want to go over a few other points about just the references. Like I said, I'll be shitting on the show, but I did like the Marvel cinematic references that they made. A lot of hip hop references for hip hop fans. Like I said, it was numerous Heroes for Hire references, which is, I think, the first comic that Luke Cage fought Black Mariah. So that was cool. And the whole Method Man freestyle was okay. It was a cool scene when he had popped up in the liquor store, I guess that was, a corner store. He was like, "It's you, man." That was cool. And then he did his whole little freestyle. It's called Bulletproof Love. It was actually a real song, which is on Netflix's page, YouTube page that you can listen to. So that's actually a cool song. It was popped up there. It was cool. There's some other hip hop legends that you got to be really deep into hip hop to know. And the whole, I like the whole, huh?
No, Jediah, whatever. I forgot the guy, but man, that song is fucking amazing. He was playing a couple songs.
Hail to the Chief.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that song, man.
What the fuck? What is her name? Biggie's wife had popped up in the series too, which was cool.
Faith
And she
Evans?
was, yeah, Faith Evans. I was like, fuck, they got Faith Evans for some reason. I don't know why, but I was like, she's still alive. For some reason, I thought she had died with something because I haven't seen her in the limelight in a while.
And I know
Yeah, as long as there's samples with Biggie in it, she's always gonna be like singing in the background of the song.
And the thing is, Anthony, I know you're trying to segue out, but really quick before we continue on, because I just want to do one last little bit of shitting on it, while also saying something positive, is those scenes where the concert stuff where people were talking and dancing and whatnot, man, great fucking music. I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
that was
people
great.
look the stuff up. It's such good music. I mean, incredible. But then, you guys scenes like we're talking about the episode 3 where, you know, the rock launcher came. It's like the sad, like, hey, like, here's some money and take care of yourself. Everything's cool. Everything's awesome. And I was on, and it's like Looney Tunes. And, you know, there's a rock launcher shown and all this weird jazzy stuff. It's making you laugh. Like, every jazzy, like, blaxploitation song makes something so serious hilarious. Like, you know, but that's my thing, though. But people look up the soundtrack, though. Like, the stuff that's actually performed in the show is amazing. One of my favorite soundtracks and shows in quite a long while.
Yeah, exactly. I even liked that one rapper, can't remember his name, but it was like around the 6th episode or something like that. He had a suit on and stuff like that. I was like, that was actually a pretty good song.
Yeah.
But to go off the point, like I said, it was cool that they did the whole hoodie thing and it was making a whole little political references, you know, kind of like just, which is kind of funny because it was like talking about now how, you know, African Americans are getting shot by police and Trayvon Martin. The only thing I didn't like about that is like it seemed like they kept beating you over the fucking head with it. I don't remember how many times you could probably play a drinking game. How many times they said in the show, he's a black man in Harlem that's bulletproof. You know,
to be fair, they did have a really funny one Misty Knight said halfway through.
What? Which one was that one?
It's like, well, he's a black man on the run from the cops with magic bullets.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like I get it. It was like they just kept beating you over the head with that fucking message. Like, if
you know what? To be fair, if any of us have ever watched a Tyler Perry movie, that's the prime definition of being beaten over the head with a metaphor. But compared to this, it wasn't as bad. It was something that it was something that I could say like, okay, you kind of have to talk about this. Because it's too goddamn obvious, especially around the times that are continuously going on now with the issues of unarmed black men getting shot. It's very excusable to basically have those scenes where you're always reminded, like, yeah, it's something amazing. At this point, it's almost like a myth. You know, there's a black guy that gets shot by the cops and doesn't actually get killed. Like, if I heard that, I'd be intrigued by that shit too. Hell, CNN would be like storming Harlem like day and night just to find this mysterious black guy.
The thing is too is about that you know, like story arc too, which just like everything's about, you know, the real life stuff. And honestly, that's the best story of the show is the real life like depictions of like this is how it is actually. Like that was the best part of the show. Was, I mean, it got me into it, you know. So
yeah. And I liked how they didn't glorify Harlem, but they just said like it's fucking hard out here. Like this is real life. But just some quick points. Like I said, I didn't like that reference. The Marvel references was actually cleverly peppered in, like the kid selling DVDs on the corner of the incident. Hey, we got the incident. We got these in 4K. I thought that was kind of clever and cute. And Cottonmouth actually dropping Captain America's name verbatim in the show. He was like, "You think you knocked down a few doors in Harlem? You think you Black Captain America?" I was like, that was cool.
You know what? I'm gonna say this real quick. I love Cottonmouth's laugh. That's
I do too.
When he died, his laugh lived with him, and I wish they would have stayed.
Yes.
And the thing that's funny is that Diamondback tries to do the same shit with his laugh, and it's nowhere near as good as Cottonmouth's. But I've noticed Diamondback's like, "Oh, I'm evil," and I felt the same with Cottonmouth. I'm sorry, Anthony, but that shit was a little goofy.
No, it was funny. It felt him.
I love that laugh. I listened to like a compilation on.
I did too. Yeah,
and,
you
like,
motherfuckers,
slow
man.
it down. When you slow down the speed like 0.5, it sounds like Joker from Suicide Squad.
Oh, and that's the way. So you're dating now.
Oh man. One more thing, like I said, Rosie Dawson's character.
Why does it
pretty much
Rosie O'Donnell?
O'Donnell. But she's pretty much developing into her character in the comics, which is pretty much the night nurse, which they dropped in the series. He was like, yeah, why don't you help the night nurse downstairs? Which the night nurse pretty much in the comics helps superheroes, with their injuries and stuff like that. Pretty much what she did in most of the series.
Yeah.
And Misty Knight, she didn't actually become what she was, but she had I love Misty Knight because not even just her sex appeal, but she was just so sassy with her dialogue. Everything she said, you think she had gravitas behind that shit. So I just love seeing her on screen. She just ate up the scenery, like the interrogation scene when she was talking about the lemonade. Like I was engrossed into it.
She was so good. The show should have been called Misty Knight.
I want to show her. And she didn't exactly get her robotic arm at the end of the series.
I thought she would.
Well,
I thought she would too. She made a joke about it.
I read on IGN they kind of hinted that she was probably, because she got shot in the arm in that hostage episode, that Tony Stark might work on her arm or something. That's what it said, but I don't think it's actually going to exactly happen.
Yeah.
I hope
Is that what would happen? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, I hope it does. She got the iconic afro at the very end of the series, like the last scene. She got the iconic afro and a red dress.
Yeah.
So that was actually pretty, like, a nice little nod to it. But what you about to say, Alan?
I was going to say, what I thought was going to happen, they introduced the Judas bullets that when you fire it, it burrows it and explodes. What I thought was going to happen was that during a fight with Diamondback and Misty, the Diamondback would actually shoot her in the arm, and her arm would just blow the fuck off, and then that would be her for the rest of the series. Like her, and then she'd then get her robotic arm, That's what I thought would happen.
It's rumors too, like we said it last week, that she will probably show up in the Defenders, and Skull says she's going to be in Iron Fist too. So that's going to be pretty cool to see, which is kind of funny too, because I was shipping them too, because I don't even think that's going to happen. Because at the end of Luke Cage, it seems like Luke Cage and Rosario Dawson's character, the Night Nurse, is going to probably be getting it on. He was like, "Man, y'all just ruined me getting some coffee. Sweet Christmas."
Entire fucking series. I want to point that out. There's 13 episodes of them referencing coffee for sex, and no one drinks coffee in that entire show.
Hot coffee, San Andreas. Get the reference.
No, and by the way, too, another thing I fucking hate is that sweet Christmas, sweet criminy, fucking sweet sister, all that bullshit. What the fuck is that shit?
The lamest line of all time.
Reference. I get it's a reference. I get it's blaxploitation. I'm sorry, but it's a show. You want me to watch it. When you shoot a rocket launcher at an old Chinese lady and try to blow her up and kill her in a fucking Chinese restaurant, he goes, "Oh, sweet sister." What the fuck?
How he delivered it, it gave us some gravitas. Like, sweet.
No, it didn't.
Man, I liked it. I actually liked it.
I liked it. That's when I gave up. Like, when I first heard that, I was like, man, okay, I don't get what it is that's going to make me have to get into the show, but people defending this after that fucking scene, it's like unbelievable to me. Like, that pissed me off, sweet sister. I'm supposed to care. You want me to care about something going on, and you say sweet sister. Man, it's just. Anthony,
let me tell you down, man. It's okay. It's okay, boo boo. But you pretty much say what we didn't like. We liked the show for what it was, but it had flaws. It's definitely the weakest of the Netflix series. I
disagree on that. I think
I'm against.
No, I was thinking Jessica Jones was weaker, but as Luke Cage went on, I'm like, you know what? Jessica Jones to me was average, but it maintained its averageness throughout the entire series. Luke Cage goes up and down between episodes.
The thing is, like I said, the difference between the two with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones actually had a competent villain. Like, this motherfucker has to go. Cottonmouth, Black Mariah, even Diamondback, at certain degrees in the series, you felt like they was just pushovers. Diamondback was the only one that was legitimately like terrifying. And when he got that power suit at the end, you're just like, come on, motherfucker.
No, well,
Kilgrave, Wilson Fisk, they felt like intimidating villains, you know?
Here's my biggest problem with Jessica Jones is that the pacing, and not to mention that it was like 2 episodes too long. Because with the whole thing with the purple man, I'm pretty sure his ass could have gotten killed like about 2 episodes short of how long they had to stretch that out. It felt like those last 3 episodes were honest to God stretched. With Luke Cage, on the other hand, it feels like that. Okay, minus the fact Cottonmouth did get killed in the middle of the series, and you kind of have Diamondback there, which he was kind of just being a very cartoonish villain. It still had my interest. It didn't feel like I was just dragging on through. an episode to finish the series of what I felt with Jessica Jones personally. I just felt like the pacing was a little bit more solid in Luke Cage than Jessica Jones, honestly. And that's personally just me.
I do agree with you in a sense that the last few episodes of Jessica Jones did feel a little unnecessary, but I still enjoyed what I watched. Where Luke Cage, I honestly, like I was telling this to Nick when we finished it, that you could have like edited the entirety of the last 2 episodes and made it 1 episode without having all this like extra fat at the end that felt unnecessary to it.
Yeah. I agree with you, Darius. Those first 4 episodes of Daredevil season 2, between the Punisher and what's her name, like especially when it was on the rooftop, Punisher and Daredevil, that was one of the best scenes in any of the shows like to date. But personally, as a series, I think Daredevil season 1 is still probably my favorite. Just that whole journey of Daredevil trying to take down Wilson Fisk, and then him finally meeting him like in like episode 7 or 6, and they had that fight in the warehouse, and then he fought the ninja. That was so fucking cool. Like that was the only time I literally geeked the fuck out in one of these shows, other than them mentioning like the little references in Luke Cage and stuff like that in the other shows. But I legitimately geeked the fuck out in that fight between Daredevil and Wilson Fisk, that first fight in the warehouse, because it reminded me, it took me back to like the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. I was just like, holy fucking shit, it's happening.
Yeah.
But,
one thing I want to bring, or actually, because we haven't been on this in a while, I actually kind of want to get you guys' ratings and just like one more little, like, in total what you guys think of the show. So, who should go for? Who wants to volunteer to go first?
Alan, you go, buddy.
Sure.
I guess not.
No, I just okay. So, I think I hate. Well, I didn't. I have to say this. No, because I'm trying to like figure out exactly how I want to say this. I don't want to say that I hate it because I did hate parts, but overall, it is the weakest one. But I'm still glad I watched it because it still gave a chance for the main actor to kind of grow as a character. Like I feel that when he's in the Defenders, it's going to be a very supportive role, and I feel that that's where he's going to be the best. He's going to be almost like the Hulk of the team. So he's not there for his acting. He's there to punch through a wall or beat the crap out of someone really powerful. And in that sense, I'm glad I sat through it because it does have a lot of good parts, but it is bogged down by bad writing and bad set pieces. So honestly, I think I'd give it a rental. Check it out just so you can get into the Defenders. But if you wait a while, like it's not really, you don't need to watch it right now.
Okay. Marcus, how about you, brother?
Wow, I do have a lot of problems with the show. Parts of the storyline doesn't make any sense. There's a bunch of plot holes on there. The fight scene, the big fights, the fight scene they had when he was raiding the building was kind of like mediocre. It was just mediocre because, of course, Luke Cage. I don't think he. Well, that's even a bigger consistency. He can do pit fighting, but he couldn't. But he didn't fight for shit when he raided that goddamn building. That was weird. The writing could have been a little bit more solid. But at the same time, I felt like that this, personally, I think this was a way more grounded series of the Marvel TV shows because it's not you're not slowly dealing with mysticism, ninjas, and like magic and shit. You're just kind of dealing with like some dude that just wants to just lead a normal life in a sense. The music on here is absolutely amazing. The performances that I'm completely surprised that they got like Charles Bradley, Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, Raphael Sadiq, just like those just great old school artists on there, which just added more flavor to the show and just more like energy to what I didn't expect. That took me by surprise. Like I said again, some plot devices didn't work on there, but for what it's worth, I would give it a high matinee, almost to a low full price. Because not to mention like his speech in the back around the end too was very, very, very heartfelt, and I kind of had a great sense of pride to that too. So yeah, definitely I would highly check it out. Personal rating, I would say first 2 seasons of Daredevil, Luke Cage, and then Jessica Jones.
Okay, I'll go before Rashad really quick. So for me, I'm just gonna tell you guys what I think right away. This is a fuck you. And the reason why is because the trailer was amazing. It promised us fucking action. And the thing is, this show got fucking comfortable with the fact that it's like, hey, there's no other black shows out there. There's no other black like superheroes. So let's just be that and be nothing else. Blaxploitation this, Blaxploitation that. It's fucking annoying. The fact of the matter is, they do storylines backwards. There's times where like there'll be like a rule that they break. They forget certain storylines they have. They had comedy on shit that I'm supposed to care about. There's so many opportunities. Like, it's actually kind of a nice little gimmick. Like, I like the fact that, can get shot and walk around. That's a badass superpower. And it's just straight up. It's not silly like Captain America. Like, I'm sorry, people, but I don't like Captain America. I don't like Superman that much. Luke Cage is the one character I was like, dude, this is kind of interesting. This guy's kind of badass. But they put the worst actor in the world. I couldn't fucking stand that shit. It's just, dude, the finale, like, you sit there and watch this for hours, and finale is literally people talking about coffee and paperwork for an hour. Like, what the fuck? I hate it. I hate this show. And, I have my own feelings about Daredevil. I didn't like Daredevil too much either. I don't know. I can't stand the show. It's a fuck you. Rashad, how about you, brother?
Well, kind of a hard follow-up with that one. I'm gonna say I like the show. Like, I liked everything about it. Like the culture aspect, like the environment that you're in. The music is a really great, like I want to say it's even like a co-character to the show. Like even like with them going and making this show, they said they wanted each episode to feel like a part of like a soundtrack or an album. And I love the music in this show. Like every single song down, like the Jadina performance, Hail to the Chief, and then like we said, like Redman with his Bulletproof Love song. I liked the Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, but he's not 100% like the Luke Cage in the comics. Like the Luke Cage in the comics, he's much more eccentric. I understand why this character is reserved. He doesn't want to go back to jail. He doesn't want to like expose himself to like be put back in that position again. But the Luke Cage in the comics, he's a little bit more eccentric, a little bit more like energetic and out there. I think going into the future, after what happened in the finale and what will probably happen with the Defenders and all that, I think that it will make his character better. And for the thing is, like, he is sort of like a Superman, like Captain America, like type character. Like I know I heard you guys say like, oh, why doesn't he kill him? Why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? He's not that type of guy. He's not that type of guy to go around breaking necks. Like, we saw what happened when Superman did that, and everybody lost their shit. They split people down 50-50 when they did that. So like,
and the thing is, he's realistic too. Like, it's not just so like super duper. Like, I can see this character actually existing.
Yeah. And that's like he's a down to earth character. Like, and that's not even just. I'm not saying this because he's black though, but like that's like a big aspect of his character. But there are like some problems that I have with it, like especially like when I love fight choreography. I like watching it all the time. There's a lot of inconsistencies with the fight choreography. Like him getting shot with those Judas bullets and getting thrown into that truck. The Luke Cage I know in the comics would have grabbed that garbage truck and hit his ass with it. Or like, at least not hit him with it, but at least threw it at him at least. Made it like go towards his way. Like there's a lot of inconsistencies. Like in the theater when him and Diamondback are fighting, he would have like lifting up theater chairs, throwing it at him. It's like they take a lot of consistencies with him just for the sake of plot, and that is like a problem that I can't ignore with it. But overall, like I pretty much liked it. Like I would give it a high matinee. Yeah. And as far as like my show ranking, I would say Daredevil season 1, this season 2, and then Jessica Jones.
And I forgot to do mine too on that sense. People, and I know it's gonna sound like crazy, but for me, this is the best thing on the Marvel Netflix thing.
What?
Like I know, like I hate it and everything, but at least there's comedy in it or some sense. Like Daredevil, I'm sorry, I do not get that shit at all. The blind dude being a fuck. I won't get into it. Alan's probably like, oh shit, here we go. But like, man, Daredevil's fucking retarded, y'all. And I haven't watched Jessica Jones. I haven't watched that, so I won't talk stuff about that. And I'm sure it sounds, I'm sure it's good. And I haven't seen season 2 of Daredevil. I kind of want to just skip season 1 and watch, because I watched some scenes with the Punisher, and that shit looks awesome. Like the prison scene where fucking Punisher is just beating the fuck out those dudes in the cells. That's amazing. That's one of my favorite scenes of any comic book, anything.
Nah, there's some brutal shit in season 1 of Daredevil.
It is worth the watch.
As far as my review, I would pretty much say, it's a good show. And to go off Rashad's point, I like that he was a down-to-earth superhero. Like he was just, like he felt part of the community, not this person that was outcast or something. Well, later into the series when it worked into the plot, but it was like people coming to him because he was like, yeah, he took my dad's ring. He took my dad's ring. And he was just like, yeah, I got your ring back. He crumbled the gun. And I appreciate that sometimes the show could have went to cliche avenues, like the church scene when they was doing their speeches for Pops when he had died. Like the villain had talked and Luke Cage had talked, and it wasn't no big explosion or shootout, nothing. It was just a scene that you see both sides. You see Cottonmouth, you see Luke Cage, and they both have a common interest and they both can come together on something. But yeah, like I said, it's a lot of problems that I mentioned before. The villains, I really don't give a shit. The villains was so bad to me. I didn't give a shit about. The only one I said I gave a shit about was Cottonmouth, and not because of his motivation, because he liked motivation just like the rest of them, but just because of his charisma. He ate scenery on scene, like everything he said. Like he had charisma. I just cared about everything, and that laugh is amazing.
I want to see more things. That guy is really, really good, man.
I do. I really want to see him. Actually, play more villain roles.
Really good in that.
Yeah, play more villain roles, but my review will pretty much be fuck Luke Cage while Black Mirror. Watch Black Mirror.
Yeah.
It's like so.
But yo, I think it's time to fucking ring those bells, man. It's time to turn this shit off. It's time to fucking
It's that time, man. Sweet Christmas. Ooh.
I will fuck you up. God damn it.
I will
God damn it. Sweet sister.
Sweet Christmas, man.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
That's how I felt, Marcus, watching that fucking show. No.
People, last call on bullshit and good times. We about to wrap this shit up. Make sure you add everybody in the chat, everybody on the Google calls today that joined us in the Midnight Chat Attack on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or wherever you share your half-cooked meals and your cat photos. Just letting you know, just putting that out there. And check out the groups, the Midnight Chat Attack Double Toasted group on doubletoasted.com. And
that's
also,
pretty accurate.
That is good. That is pretty accurate. And also check out the YouTube page. Ain't that right, Nick?
Oh yeah, check out the YouTube page. I don't have that shit pulled up because I'm fucking stupid. But hey, check out our DT merch too. Usually Ganja does this part, but yo, people, yeah, our DT merch. Look at those nice shirts. Oh my goodness gracious. I know Corey doesn't want to click on the second page because you guys scroll. Oh god, it's bad. But MCA right there, people, get those shirts. Exactly. I actually really like that one. And my other favorite is the High Score backpack. I forgot where it's at. There it is. That shit's badass. That's fire right there. So.
That is fire.
Oh, yes.
One final thing that we say, happy birthday to Wayne again. He made the cartoons again. Thank you, Byron, for your music, for the bumpers. That was great music. Please check out his song. Go to Instagram or Facebook. You probably see him on Facebook. I'm actually going to post all his links at the bottom of this video, so you can just click on there and check out the rest of his music. He's really good at that.
Very talented.
And I think that's just a quick shout out. Music Mondays with Marcus. Plug.
Yeah, I got a short, long explanation on that one, but it's gonna make it short. Getting closer and listening is gonna have to take a break for a second until I actually get the paperwork done. Until then, I have like 2 episodes I need to I can just finish up and post, but from then on, it's gonna take a quick break because military stuff.
So, do you want to put this out there in the sense of like, hey, like, do you want somebody to send you a message to join anytime soon, or do you?
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, Nick. But I'm still taking requests. I'm still kind of just throwing around some ideas and stuff. If anybody still wants to try and do an episode with me, and I can try and set up a schedule. It's usually on Sundays because that's when I have most of my free time. If you want to actually join me with doing an episode, if you want to do an album review of something, you can message me on SoundCloud, Music Monday Show, Twitter at Jones with Soda. Sorry for all the hentai that I usually like to retweet. It's just who I am. and on Facebook, Marcus Jones. The same pissed off look face I have on my Twitter profile is my same picture profile on Facebook. So thank you very much, guys, and thank you for actually letting me join this episode.
Seems like you got a taker. Seems like in the chat, Sly said he was like, dude, I would join that shit. Just message Marcus on Facebook if you have a Facebook, or PM him on Double Toasted. Yeah, I could probably correlate something.
Message me on Facebook because I'll get it immediately.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So people, we about to wrap this shit up. Just want to say the Midnight Chat Attack is brought to you by Captain Crunch cereal.
You fucking
Captain Crunch cereal. I'm kidding. No, on 3.
Captain Crunch, available in grape flavored.
On 3, we're gonna attack the chat because I can't do this shit by myself. I do that with the community. Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Attack the chat.
Go.